That'll do. Hi everyone, we are continuing the Pauper Commander review tier list for Marvel superheroes. This is the full main set. Last time we did the Jumpstart and Beginner Box and Welcome Decks and all that stuff, all the additional. And this time we're going to be doing the main set. So, there's actually less cards in the main set than in the supplemental set. At least for
purposes. It's like multiple products, right? It's like kind
it
of
is
the
multiple
thing.
products. That's true, but these are like unique cards, right? It's not just like, oh, there's more cards, but they're reprints. Like, no, they're like unique. It's very weird. Anyway, point being is that when I say more, I do mean more Pauper Commanders, which are uncommon creatures, vehicles, spacecraft, etc. Although I don't think there's any spacecrafts in the set. They should have that'd be funny.
Doesn't like the Star-Lord have one? Yeah.
Star-Lord's not in this set.
Maybe they're gonna bring it back for like because they probably could do like a space themed one sometime. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I think that the intent was to be sort of a like interplanar Guardians of the Galaxy as its own set. I think. I might have made that up. I don't know where I got that information from. Let's get started.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
This is the tier list. If you want to know anything that I don't say right now, watch the other video. But this is just preparation for my eventual top 10 video.
Yeah.
I was thinking back on what, how we recorded, how we did our tier list last time, in that usually I will look for strictly betters when I am assessing if a card can go on my actual top 10. And there was a few cards which we put in bland and mid because I knew off the top of my head that there were strictly betters. But then there's like other cards that probably did have strictly betters and they ended up in like good because we didn't take the time to look them up. And honestly, I'm kind of glad we didn't take the time to look them up. That would have been
forever.
We spent over, like 3.5 hours last time, so let's get started. Our first candidate is Agent 13, Sharon Carter, a 3-mana 3/2 human spy with whenever a creature you control attacks alone, investigate.
This is Peggy Hill all over again.
I don't know, this is pretty cool. I mean, it's also an attacks alone trigger, you're right. That was a theme of the set. Is this interesting? I like that you can play it on 3 and attack with a different, like, 2-drop that you played earlier. So you're getting it immediately. If you have anything that cares about artifacts entering, this might be worthwhile in like that sense, right? Like, affinity is very much a thing in Pauper. Although I think it's mostly a blue archetype, so maybe that doesn't matter.
So here's the thing about, like...
Sure.
I kind of see... So, Peggy Hill... We were kind of making fun of her before, but I think she is actually kind of an interesting commander if it's not like top 10 material with the...
Actually Peggy Hill? Wait.
What? Oh, did I miss...
I don't remember what her name was, but it wasn't really Peggy Hill.
Her name is Peggy Carter, sorry, yes.
I don't know what her name was.
She's Agent Carter, her first name is Peggy. She's Peggy Carter, yeah.
Oh, that sounds reasonable.
I King of the Hill brain. Sorry.
Well, Agent Maria Hill is also on screen right now, so.
Oh, that's too. Yeah, that's different.
Okay, cool. For the record, anyone who's jumping in right now, she was when you attack alone. When a creature you control attacks alone, you keep it indestructible until end of turn.
Yeah, and the thing I kind of liked about her is that, assuming you're building like attack triggers, is basically you can get a benefit for attacking with one creature.
Yes.
Isn't like kind of around that thing, and this is like kind of what this is too.
Yes.
Only she brings the benefit, not the creature, but also the creature doesn't have protection, and like
yeah.
I think like I don't know. I think like sorry.
I think this goes in interesting, but probably kind of mid. I don't expect this is that strong, but I'd be interested to dig into it and go, okay, how much stuff can I get that cares about artifacts entering and or being sacrificed and or leaving and or me drawing cards and or attacking alone? Like, there's enough stuff to start building, right? And a big part, in my mind, about Commander, unless you're playing, like, specifically competitive, as strong as possible decks, which, like, that matters, being strong. If your deck's not good enough to, like,
do
anything, it's not fun, right? Even if like you had some cute thing going on. So there's a level of power you need to be like competent. But after that, it sometimes I think has a little bit of diminishing returns, and it's more interesting to be interesting. So I think this is the kind of card I'd look at and go, I can see someone going, ooh, this is cool. I want to see what I can do with this and push it to its limits. And that would be a fun deck building experience and a fun deck to play. And if that's not the goal, what is the goal, right? So I think that they're in the interesting category. The cool
I think I completely agree, yeah.
I have no idea if this is good enough, but that's my initial take.
Yeah.
Which is cool but mid, right here. Thoughts?
Yeah, you didn't like your tier list, but I actually really do like it. I think like you just have to not look at it like necessarily hierarchical.
I think it is partially
hierarchical. Good, bland, and cool and mid are like kind of on the same tier, but like important to know the difference.
Yeah. Like I was saying, like in my top 10, when I go through it, it's very possible things from any of the top 3 categories might make that list. But tiebreaker probably is going to go to, top to bottom. Anyway, are you good with that spot before we move on?
Absolutely. I think it's perfect. It's like kind of archetypal cool and mid.
Great. Agent Maria Hill, 1 mana. You like your cheap ones. I've learned. I've learned from the last one. If something is 1 mana, you're like, ooh, 1 mana. I could play that on turn 1 and have it die, then have to pay 3 for it.
I mean, also free isn't that much to pay is a thing. So yeah,
we were talking so much last time about the
cost me the first time. Yeah.
Let me read this first. When Agent Maria Hill becomes tapped, to pay a teamwork cost, put a +1/+1 counter on her and draw a card. This is useless. Right?
Yeah, if you just took away the teamwork cost, I feel like it could be like I think it would be fine if it was when it was
tapped. Just to pay a
that'd be like
additional cost.
Savannah Lions, never mind. But I
think you could do a very interesting thing where it says to pay a spell's additional cost. Period.
Or tap to pay an abilities cost or something like that. Yeah, solar abilities cost.
Sure, right? So that would let you not be so parasitic, right? This is one of those cards that I always talk about. Every time there's a Pauper Commander review, I always say, there's a new set mechanic, and any cards that care about it are probably bad because there's not enough support yet. It's too parasitic, right? If we pop in and take a look, rarity, common, oracle, teamwork.
Yeah, at the Pauper level, no set is going to support a mechanic well the first time.
ID.
That's just how it goes.
It's just not enough. But if they had instead worded it, say, pay and there's 3. I thought there'd be more than 3, to be honest. That's worse than I expected.
We got last time we did the search like this, so
yeah. Anyway,
but, I mean,
it's bad.
Yeah, it's not like free cards that you really want to play over and over again, even. So it's like,
right.
Yeah. So blind and mid, if we got more teamwork or just was a little more expansive, it'd be different. But yeah,
this one's literally one that I would put in like trash tier if I made the trash tier. I mean, that said, it's a 1 mana 2/1. Is that good? Maybe that's fine. It's not. Don't.
If we ever play Savannah Lions, make a cat deck.
Is Savannah Lions a 1 mana 2/1? I don't know what Savannah Lions is. I'm not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a classic to me. What? How you? Sorry, this is like
plays Savannah Lions. Why would I know what a Savannah Lions is?
It's like, what does Sarah Angel do? Like,
I don't know what Sarah Angel does. Yeah, of course I don't. No one plays Sarah Angel. Who's playing Sarah Angel?
You hear about it from other people. I don't know. Never mind.
Captain Marvel, Spaceport, is a 5 mana 4/4 Kree soldier hero. Look at this soldier. Isn't this a soldier? Put it with all your other soldiers in your soldier deck. Sorry, I don't need to be so mean. This is a Kree soldier hero. They're flying, they have vigilance, and as long as an opponent has cast a spell this turn, you may cast spells as though they had flash. I actually love this card.
That's neat.
It's such a cool ability. I think it probably sucks. I mean, 5 mana 4/4 flying vigilance is actually pretty good stats, but it also doesn't do anything till you have 5 mana.
But you want it to have effect earlier.
You want it
than
earlier.
5.
I don't know what you do with it. Like, if I was someone, ooh, this is such a cool effect. I don't know what my 99 looks like. I have no idea why I care. Like, what am I doing with this, right? It's just cool.
Okay, no, we'll think about it for a second.
Yeah,
like, I think, like, I mean, I can totally see, like, like it's just you play all your creatures at the end of your opponent's turn. Assuming they cast a spell, which they probably if they don't cast a spell, then you're doing great.
I do wonder if you'll ever get non-bowed that way. Not non-bowed, but like zorked. Like they know you're holding up to cast spells on their turn, and they're like, no.
Well,
pass, draw, go.
Well, you just put yourself in a position where, like, if they don't cast spells, then they're gonna lose. Like, if you're ahead, if you just keep yourself ahead on board,
sure.
Then then it's fine. Yeah.
I'm just
also in a four-player game, you probably find like one player who you're ahead of who is not gonna not cast spells because to stop you from not casting spells.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like if you play in 4-player and your next player they cast a spell on their turn, do I care to cast it on their turn, or do I want to wait till the next person's turn and then the next person's turn and then that person be like draw go and then they cast instant speed stuff? Like I don't think it's a big deal. I just think that it's like. I don't see the use case. I think it's great. I love Flash. Don't get me wrong. I love playing spells at Flash speed. But what do I do with that?
I mean, I think like there's value just like playing your creatures late. Like so that this is all the way assuming that this was cheaper. 5 mana is too high for this.
Okay, yeah, that's part of my assessment. I think it's still.
I think it's cool mid.
It's cool but mid.
Yeah.
I actually don't know which one's higher here, but I'm gonna ignore it for now.
I mean, I can see like just like playing your permanents late when your people don't see it, especially and like a lot of ATBs are actually really good at flash speed, but
that's true.
But not flash speed.
I can see that, like trying to make like an ETB specific deck, right? There's like surprisingly a lot of creatures that are they're like rescuers, right? They're like you flash them in and then you bounce something to your hand. But a lot of them just don't have flash
generally, but yeah.
A lot of them just don't, and it's so weird. Could be good. Might be worth it.
Yeah, but it's something like buff your board or things like that.
Yeah, no, I could see something like that. There's some cool ATBs. Okay, that gives me an interesting direction. At least I have a direction, because that was my main thing. It was just like, what do I do? It's just a cool effect, but it doesn't push me in a direction.
Yeah.
That is a direction, so I like that point.
Yeah, or something like at the start of your turn, like stuff like that. Like,
sure, yeah, I do like to use those effects. Okay, yeah. I still think it's 5 mana is a lot, but it is very.
Yeah, that's the one. I think if they put this on a cheaper creature, it'll be actually like into cool and good, but it's not.
Likewise, if it had flash, I mean, obviously, like if it had flash and entered tapped, I think it would be actually really interesting. Like. Flying Vigilance is a really scary flash, and like I wouldn't ask them to print that. That's way too strong. I'm getting distracted. Colleen Wing.
Flying Vigilance flash enter tapped. I would also that would be worth the 5 mana. I think. Yeah,
it's a lot of text, but anyway. Colleen Wing. Moving on. 2 mana, 2/2, human samurai hero. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, put a counter on Colleen Wing. Scry 1. Huh.
This is a cool repartee commander, which we got like a. What did I last at?
So it comes down early. It grows consistently. I'd have to compare it, like you're saying, to the repartee.
There's no like limitation on this. There's no once per turn.
There's no once per turn. It does have to be a creature you control, not just that targets a creature.
Yeah. It's not actually repartee, but it's like.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'd have to.
I mean, like heroic, valiant. There's so many. They've done this so many times, and I think this works well in that archetype. Yeah.
I think this looks very good. I think it also looks cool. It pushes me in a direction. It's like maybe it's good and like bland. Honestly, like I think it's interesting enough.
I think it's not like it is Stealth Slinger where it's like every set does it. It's like
sure. It's one of those ones where I'm looking at it and going, okay, how does this compare to other options, right? And I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to see what other things can grow consistently, because I highly ranked some repartee cards from Strixhaven. Let me just do that real quick. I'm just going to look for repartee rarity uncommon type creature, because I remember there were some that were really, really good. Okay, so this one. Also 2 mana. Also, but it gives you an extra color. Also a 2/2. Has built-in menace. And then whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature, put a counter on this creature. So exactly the same, except for this one lets you also target your opponents. And then when this dies, it loses counters. And it has Menace, but you don't get the Scry.
Like, yeah, the thing, consistent Scry in like a low to the ground deck can be really nice because you just want to keep hitting action all the time. Once you get like free lands or whatever, you want to just keep hitting all the action you can. And,
yeah.
Yeah,
it's I like it. I don't think I would call. There might be strictly betters out there. I don't know, but my first. I kind
of feel like it's on the low end of good and cool, honestly.
I think no, exactly. I agree.
Yeah. Sorry, you're gonna play lower, yeah.
No, I'm not sure if there's a strictly better out there, but my first thought, I don't think is strictly better. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Next, we have...
I think it's like the Hammerhead thing from last time, where like sometimes being in one less color can be good at like
especially at low mana value, yes, right? Like you should have all your colors by 4 mana, right? Like I don't care if like that's silly, but like at 2 mana, you want that on turn 2. Kind of limiting to actually.
Like if you have to play tap on turn 2 to have both your colors of mana, then it's like yeah, that's rough, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Invisible Woman Sue Storm, 5 mana for a 2/5 lifelinker. Whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 encounters on 1 or more other heroes you control, you may create a 0/4 colorless wall creature token with Defender. So I've been experimenting with this card in Clover.
This is like one of the ones that is supposed to combo with the other.
Yes, there is a.
Which you can't do in this format, but yeah.
Yes, there's a 4-color cycle because it's 1 for each of the Fantastic Four, where if you have all 4 of them in the field, they go infinite. Which is cute, weird, but that's not what I'm here to discuss. But Invisible Woman, I have been experimenting with this card in Clover, which is an uncommons only format for the to reiterate, and so it's not fully relevant to Pauper Commander. But it's bad. It's really not good. But
really,
there's a few differences. One, at uncommon, when in Clover you can't run legends in your deck. So you have just no hero options. There's a lot more heroes in common than there are at uncommon, excluding legends. So maybe you can actually just do some cool things with her in that sense. The reason I'm experimenting with her in Clover is as an infinite combo, and it's just so janky and weird and bad. And I like it. I think it's a very cool deck, but it's not in play. I have seen. She's 5 mana. She's super awkward to get down. She doesn't do anything right away. It's awkward. Maybe she's better in Pauper Commander, honestly.
Yeah, right? I mean, looking at her, like, it's like, oh, it's like such a cool thing. Like, it seems good, and you build around, like, it's like a lot of build arounds, and it hits a lot of different things.
Yeah. No, the idea that we saw before, that there's actually a decent number of heroes in mono white in common. There are Okay, there's only 13. You have to add in your changelings to get a decent amount, but like there are some.
I guess like the other part too is that she like it's not, if you put all 1/1/1/1 counters on your board, it's still only 1 wall. It's kind of the issue. If I'm reading the card right.
I think it's 1 or more. I think you're right. But it might be 1 or more.
Yeah, it's 1 or more on both respects, yeah.
I have to double check that. It's when you put 1 or more +1 counters on 1 or more other heroes. Yes, you're correct. So if you put a counter on your entire board. But I don't think that's like super likely you're going to put a counter on your turn. Like a lot of these actually come in with counters, all right? When this enters, put a counter on target creature you control. This is a hero, so that's going to trigger it.
I have faith.
5 mana, creatures you control +1. No, it's not. That's not a counter. Look at counters.
I think I saw another one over there.
And I'll also add in Changeling as an option because I'm curious to see how that changes things. What I'm doing in Clover is using Bloodline Pretender, which I don't believe has a common printing. I'd be very surprised. I didn't say or, so that's gonna not work. There we go. Okay, there's 4 cards that use +1/+1 counters that would be relevant. So, not much, but there are lots of other cards that put counters on things. I don't know. For 5 mana, I don't think it's worth it. And there's
I think the same thing as the last one we saw, where it's like it might have been good at lower mana costs, but like 5 mana is just a bridge too far.
Right. Like I was saying before, I was experimenting with it in Clover because I saw a line for an infinite combo. But outside of the infinite, it just played like I'm gonna try and get an extra wall every turn.
Yeah,
Can you
it's
even
like
get a wall every turn? Maybe.
That's one of the things. Yeah, but it's like one of those things. Like, okay, you have to have both the things that does it and also the payoff, and she's neither of those. She's like a bridge.
Yes, I agree.
Like
and she's high mana. She's so expensive.
Yeah.
I still think she's cool though.
Yeah. No, I can see you being a cool deck for Ban.
I think she's still cool. She's not good. I don't think she's good.
I like Sue Sommer as a character.
I don't know. Luke Cage, Power Man. I did not know his name was Power Man. I've only ever heard anyone call him Luke Cage. 4 mana, 2/5. Actually, there's a lot of characters in here where they're like their superhero name first and then comma their real name, and this is like the opposite, I guess, because everyone calls him Luke Cage. I don't know. That's funny.
Power Man is kind of like generic, yeah.
It's so generic. Anyway, he's a 4 mana 2/4, and he has whenever Luke Cage attacks alone, he gets +2/+0 and gains indestructible till end of turn. Yes, there's an archetype in Standard for creatures attacking alone, and this is the one that says, no, I am that creature. I am the creature that's attacking alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it seems like a good Voltron, but there's like so many Voltron options you have in the world. Like,
I don't think I'm excited about it. Like a mono white 4 mana
4/5 attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it says like 4 or 5 indestructible. That'd be like a kind of great card, but like it's like but that's like kind of the high end.
Yeah, right.
And like
yeah, if you don't have that indestructible the rest of the time, you don't even have like if you try and
even if that was the card, it'd be boring. Like even if it was.
Yeah. I guess, and that's sort of the thing is, this might still be good, but it definitely doesn't go in the cool section.
Yeah. I don't think it goes in the good or bland section either, honestly.
I'm not sure. It might be. It legit might be.
Maybe I have to do like a comparison shopping, but also I don't really care to, because I don't think it really like gets up. It's like cool enough to like see if it's good.
Yeah.
I like the player text though. Player text is nice.
I wonder if there's something you can do with indestructible that's interesting, like anything that lets you like.
I think it's indestructible
and they survive, but probably not.
Yeah, but also like you have to do it after like second main phase. Like yeah.
It's true that they keep it. It's not like while attacking. It is whenever they attack. So you could do something there, maybe. I guess that's kind of interesting.
If there were like end the turn effects as common, that'd be kind of funny. But like no.
What?
Like end the turn effect, so you like don't.
That's not how that works. The turn still ends. Anyway, I hesitate to say that it's not good. I think it's good, or at least I think it's better than some of the cards. Or not. I think it's as good as some of the cards we called good last time. And there's a ad popping up here. Go away.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know. Now. We don't have to worry about it too much.
Yeah, I don't really care one way or the other because I don't think it like makes any kind of list.
Cool. Mockingbird, Ace Agent. Mockingbird. I just want to, as an aside, say that there's a common Mockingbird that I think actually kind of might have implications in Pauper. As in the deck, either in Pauper Commander or in Pauper, it's like Enrage get a counter, just straight up. Like it seems pretty good. Anyway, Mockingbird, Ace Agent, 4 mana, 2/2 double strike. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Mockingbird.
Ooh.
Hey, it's that same ability again.
It's Colleen Wing, but I think there's like actually nice side grade to Colleen Wing. Honestly.
It is a side grade there, isn't it? Because double strike is sweet. I love double strike.
Double strike I think it grows also, but also it's 2 more mana. It doesn't scry,
mana, right?
Yeah.
So it comes down later.
I think there's reasons why you might play both. So yeah, like
it grows faster and effectively because you're double striking, but you don't get to scry.
Yeah.
I'd be interested. I think they're both cool.
Yeah. I think she is the same. Wherever we put Colin Wing, we should put her too, which is cool but good, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
They're cool and good.
I don't know which I like better, honestly.
See, I think that's actually good. Like, it's interesting. They're interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I think coming down earlier is.
I think honestly, they're like
impressive.
Pretty even.
Yeah. Like those 2 turns are a significant difference, right?
Yeah. But also you can like spend that playing like other stuff that like cares about when you are a creature you control. So it's like, yeah.
Sure. Night Nurse, Healer of Heroes. Night Nurse is a 2-mana, 2/1 flash, lifelink human doctor hero. When Night Nurse enters, choose target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn. Return it to your hand. No, she's not a Time Lord, if that was what you asked. She's explicitly not.
Dang.
She's just a doctor. So this is a direct comparison to Samwise, I believe. Not that one. This one. Samwise the Stout Heart. 2 mana for a 2/1 with flash. When they enter, choose up to 1 target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield. Return it to your hand. The ring tempts you. Now, presumably you don't care about the ring tempting you. I certainly don't. In fact, I am more likely to not run a card just because the ring tempts me, unless it's really good. Just because I don't want to track that. Unless I'm caring about it, right? Personally. That's just a personal thing. So
yeah, how you can put that, you can like judge it on that, because that's
no.
Again, that's like very personal.
Let's just ignore that part of the card. This is better. It has lifelink, it has the same stats, it has the same ability, it just doesn't do the ring tempts you. However, it's actually even a little bit better because it goes there from anywhere. Not just from the
so like mill. That, I didn't figure that. Okay.
I don't know what you do with this card, but it is strictly better than... Not strictly.
Yeah, I think
comparably better to Samwise.
Yeah, I think it's something I'm kind of bad at, like cards that have only do their thing one time. Like I never know how. I don't feel like I'm.
That's fair.
A really good judge of those.
Right. I think this goes in the good category, but it might be boring, right? Like. One-time effect. Yeah. You're in white, so you do have some blink, right? White is the best blink color in common. And I think that there's some... I've been trying to find an infinite combo with this card, honestly, because... Oh, no, sorry. I'm thinking of a different card. I'm thinking of a different card I'm trying to find an infinite combo with.
I think the thing is, like 2 mana would be way to cheat this, so if it put stuff on the board, that'd be, like, interesting, because then you can, like, kind of mill something and then, like, get it. But, like, that's, like, not...
This is just draw a card, right? But it lets you draw
it's like it's a more complicated way to draw a card, yeah.
Yeah. So, do I like 2 mana ETB draw a card? I do, actually. But not as my commander. We talked about this with some Simic card. I can't remember what its name was. Atlas, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, I keep confusing this card with Dr. Foster. She looks like an actual, like, weird, edgy character. Like, this character looks cool. Dr. Foster just looks like a doctor. It's very disconcerting.
Well, I mean, like she's like 4, but this is like pre-4, so it's like yeah.
Yes, Foster. Yes, sorry, you lost me there. Thor. Yeah. Point being though is that card is an ETB res something to your hand unless you gained life, res it to the field, and I've been trying to find a way to make a good infinite combo with it because it's just ETB bring a thing directly back. And then if that thing can, like... if you can then sacrifice Jane Foster and then have that thing bring back Jane Foster and then sacrifice that thing and, like, create an infinite loop, I think there might be potential there. I haven't figured out if you can do it in common or not. I've been, again, tinkering with it in Clover, so at uncommon, but... Either way, I keep conflating the 2 characters, and Night Nurse doesn't do that, so never mind. That was an unnecessary tangent. The point being is, I keep thinking she's better than she is because I keep thinking she's a different character.
I think the blind is fair. I think she's like at least on a tier of like Luke Cage.
Yeah, I think she is better than I'm giving her credit for. I'm gonna move on.
I like Okoye and Snap.
Okoye is a 4-mana, 3/2 human warrior hero with, when Okoye enters, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, and attacking creature tokens you control have first strike. I think she's very interesting.
Yeah, so here's the thing, Darth.
Yes.
Is this like we kind of talk about like off camera a bunch? Is like the idea of like all creatures get +1/+1, like gets less like interest, and like all goblins get +1/+1.
Yes.
As like I don't know, like I guess like saying like okay, if it's attacking creatures you control get first strike, would that be? I mean, it puts you in a direction, but is that like good?
Would I be interested in this card if it didn't say tokens and just said creatures? And if the answer is no to that,
I probably would be actually.
So I think this card's very interesting. I think that yes to your question of if this just said creatures, I think this card's very good because then all of your creatures, those aren't necessarily just 1/1s. It's really hard for this to not just be all of your 1/1s kill your opponent's 1/1s, but like a lot of your opponent's stuff is going to be blocking with 2/2s, right? Now, if you can make a bunch of like 2/2 tokens, that's different. Or if you can,
or bring like 2/1s, like are a thing, like that happens too. Actually,
that's such a good point. Yeah, if you could find a bunch of 2/1s, that could be kind of cool. The thing I wanted to talk about was last time I discussed how it's really hard to give just a universal +1 to your creatures. It's really hard to buff your creature's power in common in white. There's some ways, but there's so few and far between. So you're likely just using them at their base size.
And actually, can you do a favor? Because actually, I might be like thinking more in red. Can you do the search for like legal pauper cards, but like do just like 2 flat quotation to dash, not put a toughness in there.
Sure. You want to look at only 2, and these are tokens. This ETB makes a token. This one gives +2/+0. That's not relevant. That's not what we're talking about. Actually, I will.
I guess like the 2-1 thing is less relevant because like
2 2/1s for 4 mana.
Red makes it 2/1s. They tend, I mean, it tends to make 2/2.
2/2. Now, can we do?
That samurai one seems like actually sweet in this deck. Yeah.
Samurai one.
Scroll up.
Imperial Oath.
Imperial Oath. Yeah, that seems like actually pretty nice in this deck. I mean,
if you can find instant. Oh no, it's attacking creatures. I think it's attacking creatures only.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a little bit of a shame, but I was gonna say like you can speed some stuff in, but surprise people, but that wouldn't actually work anyway.
Yeah.
However, there are bigger numbers than 2.
Oh wait, there are what?
So 3/2 heroes are actually a new, like, not defined, but like it's one of the set creatures.
A printed token, yeah.
Yep. You could generously
give
yourself.
3 horrors. That's true. I would rather not, but yeah. It should have been a white elephant. Dang it! I keep thinking about that. Yeah.
You know, there's like some. They're not super interesting, but they exist. Anything bigger? Nope. Those don't exist. Nope, that's not a real thing. Okay, I can stop looking. This is getting... Okay. I was scared there for a second. I didn't think there was gonna... I thought there was actually gonna be something. No, I mean,
it's so fast. You usually go to 10 just to get an idea.
Well, I guess I might as well in that case. Since you said
probably
so.
Not.
How about instead, though, I say X. Any X? No X. That's interesting.
That's interesting. No.
How about 0? That makes a 0/4. Nah. I thought I might make like a 0 and then put counters on it. That you see that sometimes.
Well, that's more of a green thing, but yeah.
Yes, but I'm gonna check anyway.
Yeah, no. I mean, always good check.
Boop. So, at the end of the day, how do I feel about this? It's 4 mana.
I think it's cool, man.
If you are making a bunch of tokens early game, you can drop this on turn 4 and then swing immediately. So you get value that turn, right? It's not like it's 4 mana do nothing. But what value are you getting? It's hard to block them, and that's it.
It's not even like that. I mean, yeah, it's maybe like first strike doesn't do anything for if your creatures don't have high power, and
Yep.
it seems hard to get your tokens to have high power in Pauper.
Yeah.
Um,
Additionally,
yeah,
you did get 2 1/1s, which is kind of sweet.
yeah, but that's not like. I mean, there's still like humility effects in like right, like you can't make your opponents have toughness 1. That'd be kind of funny.
What?
Like stuff like humility, where you make your opponent's toughness is 1.
I see what you're saying. They're still 1/1s. They're still creatures.
Well, yeah, but they're 1/1s. Then like the first strike, and they're going against all your opponent's creatures with 1 toughness.
I
and,
get
like,
your point, and it's not gonna happen. So like,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
saying even though it's not happening, it's still a 1/1 creature that's good.
Yeah, it's cool mid.
I think
it's not good.
Good but bland.
No, you're right. Because the cool part doesn't come into play. You're right. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not good. Maybe it sucks. Maybe it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, maybe it's bland at mid. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think like 4/4. Like, yeah, because like I think 4 mana. It's like a 4/4, right? Or 3/4.
3/2.
3/2. Yeah. Make 2/1. That's not good. I don't think.
They should have first strike. They didn't give themselves first strike. They should have given themselves first strike.
Yeah, that's true.
They're gonna be a 3/2. Come on.
They should have all cards in your deck +1/+1 like a snap. They should do that.
That's a good effect. Yeah, I don't know actually. This might just suck, but I think I'm underestimating, so I'm gonna put it in good. Maybe I'm hedging my bets too much, but oh well, that's fine. Patriot. We gotta keep moving.
Yeah, I disagree, but
Shield
yeah.
Wielder. 2 mana for a 2/2. For 2 and tap, another target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains hexproof. So they protect a guy.
Yeah, how often can it happen as a Pauper Command?
You mean like how many like alternatives?
Like activate ability, give hexproof at instant speed.
Just like how many people have that? That they have.
Yeah, because like I know like Skrell is it would be an interesting card in this format if they were allowed, but
well,
so look for like
you have to be aware of. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not creatures. Is that while it's not hexproof, do you know what is at uncommon and is a creature?
No.
You played
it
in Clover the other day. Type creature. So these aren't white. There's Shay Cormac. What do they do? Nope, that's losing hexproof. And then there's Duke. I remember this one. I didn't think it was good last time. It enters with a counter. You can tap them to remove a counter, to put a counter on another creature, and it gets hexproof. So you can do it once.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, nah.
This is repeatable, but it costs 2.
I mean, I think I could, like...
Right?
I mean, it's like, I don't know, I guess, like, I can see, like, you may just have, like, instant speed stuff that you have, and if you don't do it, you have the threat of, like, not letting your creatures get removed.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, just protecting anything is valuable.
Yeah. Presumably you're putting good creatures in your deck, or, like, you built your deck wrong, yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, there are good creatures. I'm not sure if there's good creatures where you still have 2 mana left open that you're okay with holding up every turn. Like, I think that's just, like, shooting yourself in the foot.
I disagree. I think like I would hold up a 2 mana protection spell.
Right, I'm just saying, like,
anyway,
you're hurting your own tempo unless you have a sink for that 2 mana, and I just don't know if you're going to in mono white and common. You might. I don't know.
I think you could. There's plenty of things. Like there's plenty of mono white instances, and like
I do want to comment on the Duke down here. I didn't think this card looked good when it came out, but I do remember hearing someone else talk about this card saying, in Commander, actually kind of an interesting option because you can have these really interesting, powerful threats that you want to protect, right? But this is not Commander, this is Commons, right? This is Pauper. So, I just don't know if you're... The ceiling is not as high, I think. But I think you make a good point. Just saying, hey, don't kill my stuff, use your removal elsewhere because I'm going to fizzle it anyway, is kind of cool. Now, this guy dies, They can't protect themselves. So speaking of protecting themselves, because you didn't find the answer to my riddle earlier.
Oh, Mother Runes. Oh.
I don't know if people run Mother of Runes as a commander, but I do know that it's almost as good as Hexproof. It's not as good, but it's almost as good.
It's like kind of, I mean, it's kind of better, yeah.
Might even be better. So...
yeah, okay, this is bad Mother Runes. Yeah, you're right.
And
yeah,
this can target itself, whereas Patriot can't. It's hard to compete, right? They might be good.
Yeah, this is bland mid. I forgot Mother Runes was an option.
I think it's blanded mid, personally. I'll put them above Maria Hill, though. Alright, moving on. Quake. I think Quake is cool, and I don't think this card's good. 3 mana for a 3/3 with Seismic Takedown. I don't usually read the...
Wait, the fact they have lands?
Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, tap target creature or land.
I mean... Probably could do something good, cool with that, actually. The fact that it has lands.
What do you do with this?
You tap down your opponent and then and their upkeep, like
So this is a mono white deck that runs a bunch of instants to tap your opponent's lands during their upkeep.
Yeah, you get ahead on board and then you stop, and then you just like stop you like really constrain your opponent's mana. I think that could be interesting.
That could be really interesting. I will say this assessment.
At least cool. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're also good.
This assessment is for multiplayer, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do that to the person that's ahead.
Okay, that's fair. Right. I don't... I always struggle with, okay, what is my deck doing outside of its interaction, right? And to be fair, I'm horrible at interaction. I never put interaction in my deck because I'm bad at Magic. But this looks like a really interesting Staxy, like, control piece commander. And that's cool. I think that's a great idea for a commander. I don't know what the rest of the deck does, and maybe that's fine. It has...
Well, yeah, your removals in the command zone. So you don't put that in the deck. Wouldn't you like not have to worry about putting removal in your deck, Stars?
That's great. But you do need to have instant speed, non-creature spells, right? So you need to be casting something.
Like instant speed, make a token. Like,
yeah, maybe that's it. Point being is, I think your point about you just kind of bully the person in lead and when that changes, you bully the next person is interesting. But if we're assessing for a multiplayer format, I think that they go down in value a lot. I think this might be an actual legitimately oppressive card in 1v1. I'd be really interested to see how.
1v1 is good. We play a lot of 1v1 that's good.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think 1v1 Pauper Commander might really like this card. It's just not how I assess when I make my tier lists, right? This is the first time I've done a tier list, my top 10s.
I think they're at least cool.
I think they're cool.
I can go your way on the good part, but I think they're at least cool.
They're definitely cool. I'm going to put them over here for now. They're not top 10 material. Yeah. That's what that tier's for.
Yeah.
Red Guardian.
Okay, I can be good.
This is a 3-mana 2/2. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, and that's why I stopped, but then you stopped, so then I'm going to continue. They have Flash, and when Red Guardian enters, destroy target creature opponent controls. That dealt damage this turn. Remember the other day when I asked, would you run a murder in the command zone? This is kind of scary, because it is a Flash 2/2. It can block, and it can kill something. But it probably isn't killing something if damage hasn't happened yet, right?
Yeah. So like, and then you have a 2/2. So you just have like a 2/2 left over. Yeah.
I don't like this.
Nah. I barely think it's good, and so yeah.
Like I said, if there's a murder in the command zone, would I run it? No. Maybe it's good. Not good enough for me to even care, though. All right, White Widow. Hey, this is our second White Widow. How many duplicates have we had so far? By which I mean it was a White Widow in the Jumpstart stuff.
No, I don't think we have had a White Widow. We've had like Agent 13 and Maria Hill, but like
not today. Like last time. We had a White Widow.
Oh, I forget it. I feel like all these like spies, just like blend together.
You made a good point. She's not a spy. They added the spy type in this set. This is the first spy type set, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's actually a cool type to have.
Yeah. It had previously only existed in unsets. It was in unstable as the blue-black factions like main type.
I think they should maybe backfill some spies onto other things, and also like double agents or whatever, and like
maybe. I still think it is. I don't need to go on a whole derail about this. I have made videos about types before. Maybe I'll make another one for this set. I still think it's so weird that they updated a bunch of cards to gain the sorcerer type, but like they didn't try and be exhaustive at all. They just did ones that had sorcerer in the name, and that was it. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, White Widow free agent, 4 mana for a 2/3. Bad stats. When they enter, choose one. Put a counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Could be yourself. Now she's a 3/4. Return target artifact or enchantment card from graveyard to your hand. Okay. So, if you had like a weird combo you wanted to do and you wanted to protect your artifact or enchantment, or like not combo, like main line, like main game plan, sure. But again, as I've mentioned previously, that's something I'm more interested in doing in Clover, because I can be like, I really want to make sure that I get my Clover and I don't like lose my Clover, so I can get back and stuff. But
also, like, we have like the fact like so much. I feel like I don't feel like this is a standout version of it.
Yeah,
it is landed mid.
Yeah, and it just has an ETB as well. Like, it doesn't recur. It doesn't repeat. I mean, not recur. Bap. All right, let's move on to Atuma. This was, I believe, the first uncommon creature that was revealed for the set. Way back whenever. This is a 4 mana 3/4. Other merfolk you control get +1/+1, and whenever one or more merfolk you control attack a player, draw a card. This card's sweet.
I think it's a good merfolk commander, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I would think about it by the time the set was actually releasing, back when it first came out, but people were excited then, and I think it's still good. It is +1 to all your merfolk, so that's all your creatures, because you're a merfolk deck, obviously. And one or more merfolk attack a player. First of all, they don't need to connect. That's awesome. They can just attack. Yeah. 2, this triggers for each opponent you have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were talking about how, like, this draw... I was just about to say, like, how draw against your card return is surprisingly good. This is more than that, you're right.
If you have 3 creatures, 3 merfolk, and they each attack a different player, you're drawing 3 cards. If they all attack the same player, you're drawing 1 card. And you get it during the attack step, which means you get to, like, use that card theoretically. Like, maybe you have some tricks in your deck or something, right?
Yeah, no, this is maybe top 10.
This one's sweet. Oh, yeah, it was one that I was thinking could easily be back when it was first previewed, right? I was like, sweet.
Yeah. So I'd say we put in top 10. I guess the one thing against it is just a little bit like one note, like it's like, but yeah.
It is one note, but it puts you in a specific direction. It says do merfolk stuff. It gives you a good payoff for doing good merfolk stuff. Now, are there other merfolk commanders? Yes, there are, right? So maybe
uncommon feature merfolk.
Yeah. Is there anything that's going to compete better? There was a bunch of merfolk stuff in the Lorwyn set. I remember this one. Deep Channel Duelist is pretty cool. Other merfolks get +1/+1. It also adds white to your identity. It comes down much sooner. It's only a 2 mana cost. And then you get to untap target merfolk you control at the beginning of your end step. So something has pseudo vigilance. Cool. These are kind of nothing. I thought Meander's Guide was really interesting, but they're super awkward. And they don't give you blue. So, like, what are you doing? Mirror Readery, merfolk get +1/+1. So a lot of things have this effect, right?
Yeah.
So that's not why you're playing it. You have to really be getting value out of the card draw. Whenever you cast a merfolk spell, untap or untap. This card's actually kind of busted, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is the best merfolk commander, but it kind of pushes you into combo. And, like, if you want to do a beat-face merfolk deck, then maybe you don't want this.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I think, this, like, is more value, and, like, yeah.
Nomura we saw yesterday, it is bad.
I guess, like, the one thing I'm kind of concerned about is I remember if you scroll up to, like, the other one we saw yesterday, the 2 mana one that makes merfolk.
Yes.
Yeah, did we really do a search to find everyone's? No, there are like enough merfolk at common, right?
There are plenty of merfolk. There are not a lot of things that care that you're playing merfolk.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like the only thing that like makes you benefit from the merfolk in the command zone here is
exactly. This is something you see all the time in Pauper Commander, is that your payoff for doing something needs to be in the command zone. Because it's very hard to find your payoff for doing the thing your commander does. It's much easier to find something that can do a thing that your commander is a payoff for.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, I think I just want to like draw attention to that, yeah.
Yes. Good point. Anyway, Atum is good. Are they top 10? I don't know. Let's leave them there for now, though. Let's move on to Echo, Perceptive Prodigy. I am currently experimenting with this card in Clover, but let's ignore that for now. 3 mana for a 1/4 with Vigilance. 1 tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from a creature source. You may choose new targets for the copy. So what is this? This is once per turn, unless you have some way of untapping her. Once per turn,
only 1 mana.
You can give your creatures kicker 1, double my ETB. Okay, that's not bad.
Huh?
1 time, you know, that's great.
Well, not one. One time for them, but not 1 time for like you. Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
Never mind. I'm being silly.
And you can also double an activated ability. So anything that's like sacrifice a creature to do a thing. Ooh, I only had to pay that cost once, but I got 2 effects of it. That's nice. You can even, I looked this up because I didn't think it was true, and I just was like, you know what, I'll double check just in case. This does not say, if something said like a creature, it would mean a creature. If something said a creature spell, it would mean a creature spell. When it says a creature source, it means any, which I did not realize. What this means is, if you have a cascade trigger, you could copy that. If you have a channel activated ability, you could copy that. Which I didn't realize, and I don't know if it's relevant in common, but it is interesting. I think this is a very flexible
there's a bunch of channel stuff.
I think it's pretty cheap. It's a 1/4, so you can just drop it and use it as a blocker. In the
does it work with cycling, actually?
It works with cycling. I will say, I'm pretty sure, and I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure, if you wanted to use a... So Cycle Storm is like an actual format, or not format, an actual like archetype in Pauper. I don't know if you could do a mono blue Cycle Storm, probably not.
Yeah. Most like, it doesn't have to be like your whole thing. You could just do like a side thing you're doing.
That's what I'm saying. I think this card's just really flexible. You can build it a lot of different ways, or you can build it just with all sorts of different
combinations of ways. Yeah.
Exactly. Has to be a creature. Type, creature, ID, blue. Sorry, I didn't do that very specifically. So, Cloud of Fairies is probably not super relevant because, well, anyway, if you're doing cycling, that's like 3 mana, you get to draw 2 cards by discarding 1. That's cool. Avian Eye is kind of... Am I an uncommon? Sorry, I'm an uncommon. Let me go to common. Whoop, my mistake. It's Cloud of Fairies again. So you can land cycle if you want to do that by paying 1 extra. Ion cycle, that sort of things. Cycling here. I don't know how much it matters.
Yeah, honestly, all these cycling things, that also like the cycling payoffs also would work with her too. So it's like, yeah.
In what way? Like because it has an ETB.
Like you copy the cycle, you cycle and you copy the cycle trigger. Scroll up.
Heckma?
Like Heckma Sentinels, you can copy this trigger too.
Sure, you could, right?
I mean that's not relevant, but like, you know, like the idea.
What I was wondering if I would see, and I haven't seen it, is some cards say cycling blah when you cycle this, and those are 2 different abilities. You could only copy 1, and I don't know if copying the cycling ability would count as cycling it again for the case of its second ability. I doubt it would, right?
Yeah, this is like 2 mana draw 2 cards. That's very nice.
Yeah. I mean, you're discarding 1 and drawing 2, but yeah.
Wizard
cycling!
That's like casting with a lot of cycling.
We love wizard cycling here. What I'm experimenting with right now in Clover is using Vizier of Tumbling Sands and other cards like this, which I think there's more of in common than there are in uncommon, and trying to do like untapped synergies. You need to find a way to untap 2 things, so you can untap her and like a land, so it's been kind of awkward, and I don't know if there's anything that would make it work in this, but that's probably a bad deck anyway, because I make stupid janky combo decks, so not really relevant for this.
No, I think she's cool and good. I think maybe top 10 material.
I think she's cool and good. I will reassess if she's a top 10 later, I think. But I think she's
I guess the one thing about her is I don't understand what's going on in the art. Does she have like shrink powers or something? Like the proportion seems weird to me.
What? I think she's just kicking a guy in the face. What are you talking about?
Well, she's like seems so much smaller than Kingpin, and I mean Kingpin is a big guy, but also he's like, well, he's not like superhumanly huge.
Yeah, but like, I don't think she's shrinking. I think she's just a small woman.
I don't.
I actually thought she was a monk. She's not. She's just a human hero.
She seems like way too small, much smaller than Kingpin. I don't know.
That's fine. It's not important. We're gonna move on. Falcon.
Okay.
Wind Wonder. 5 mana for a 3/4 human hero with flying. When Falcon enters, create Redwing, a legendary 1/1 bluebird scout creature token with flying, and whenever Redwing attacks, surveil 1.
Yeah.
This would be cool if it wasn't 5 mana. Right?
Yeah. No, I think there's I think 3 mana, make 2 flyers is worthwhile, even if the stats are lower. But yeah.
No, that's what I was thinking. Make this like a 2/2 for 3 mana or something, right?
Yeah.
Now, Redwing's cool. Redwing being this when this attacks surveil, that's kind of an interesting effect. If that was the character and it was just Redwing and they're like a 1 mana 1/1, I'd be considering that actually. That's cool. Falcon though, you're holding the Redwing back.
Yeah. Let the bird be free. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is blanded mid.
Yeah.
I mean, flyers win games. Maybe it's fine, but 5 mana feels like so much.
Yeah, you better for 5 mana if you want flyer. Yeah.
It's Iron
you
Lad
get
again!
Iron Lad, the Virgin Destiny. Yeah.
Iron Lad was definitely one of the top picks we saw last time. 3 mana for a 2/2. Flying and Vigilance, okay. You may look at the top card of your library anytime, okay. Tap, reveal the top card of your library. If it's an artifact, draw it. So...
I'm into it.
It's interesting. We don't usually see...
All that Vigilance, so you can also attack with it too. I'm into it, yeah.
You can attack with Flying. I love Flying Vigilance as a combo. Because it's just I don't need to worry about getting blocked.
You take damage every turn, yeah.
And basically. I'm not worrying about not being able to block. It's awesome. But here, you can also do a cool draw thing. What's interesting here is that I'm used to seeing tap loot. I do not very often see tap draw, and this is an interesting middle ground between the two in that it's tap draw, but only sometimes, right?
Yeah, if it's an artifact,
which is kind of similar to looting in a weird way.
Yeah.
But it's actual.
Honestly, if you have a bunch of artifacts that untap your stuff, so you can kind of do some stuff with this. Yeah,
you could. So we don't usually see look at the top card of your library without letting you just straight up play off the top, and playing off the top is probably better than this because you can just keep going if you have the mana, which is really cool. But this is still, it's very similar to that. It's just instead of playing off the top, you get to draw that card. And
then play it for its mana cost.
And then play it for its mana cost, which is the same thing, except for you can only do it once. It kind of reminds me a bit of, I think, Johan? Is that right? From the Wilds. I think it was Wilds of Eldraine. It might have been Throne, but I think it was Wilds. Where they're this Is-It character that could look at the top card of your library and you could cast it. But, you can only cast from the top of your library once per turn. This is cast the top card of your artifact once per turn, right? Unless you have a way of untapping them. Or just you don't have to pay the mana this time. You can just bank it in your hand, which is maybe better, right? So I like this card a lot.
Good.
I don't know how actually exciting it is to build around. I think it's good and cool.
I'm excited. No, this is good and cool.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
I think it.
I want to get I want to get stuff that's 1 mana untap a creature, stuff like that.
It seems really cool, but it's also what's your payoff? I'm drawing some cards, which is good. Drawing cards is good, but is it exciting?
Yeah.
I don't know. Justice!
Draw some cards, but what were you talking about? Yeah.
You gotta win the game somehow. Astrovic, 3 mana.
You use the cards you have in your hand to win the game. Sorry.
Flying. When Justice enters, return up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. Whenever another non-land permanent you control is returned to its owner's hand, put a counter on Justice. Hey!
Oh, that's sweet.
It's that thing we saw! So previously, there was the Cosmographer or something. What were their name? Cartographer?
They're cartographer. They're cartographer.
Wait, what'd you say?
Cartographer.
Just cartographer? It can't just be cartographer.
Yeah, they do maps. Yeah.
Well, I know that it had cartographer in the name, but I thought it was like Cosmograph cartographer or something. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not cartographer. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being confident wrong.
Maybe it's Cosmogrand. Nope, it wasn't that. Cosmo, rarity, uncommon, ID, blue. I'm so sure it had Cosmo in the name, though, right? Yeah, Imperial Cosmographer. Okay.
Wow, I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah, that makes sense. That is a Cosmographer. Anyway, this guy's such an Edge of Eternity's card. What the heck? It's really cool. This is 3 mana for a 2/3 Vigilance. When another creature you control leaves without dying, such as being put into your hand, it gets 2 counters.
Yeah.
If we compare that, this is 3 mana for a 2/2 with flying. Not Vigilance, it's flying. Flying's probably better in most situations. When it enters, you get to bounce something, which could be yours or could be your opponent's, so that's flexibility. And then, whenever something is returned to your hand, this gets 1 counter.
I think this is like in the same rank because it's a good side grade, yeah.
I think I like the Cosmographer so much more. Like, I love flying. Don't get me wrong. I love flying.
But it does the thing that it pays off for also. Like,
pardon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pardon?
Yeah. Like Cosmographer isn't going to trigger itself, whereas this does. So, like.
That's fair. Yeah. But what if this was a 3/3?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have other things that synergize with bouncing stuff.
Sure, of course you do, right? But this is more narrow because it's only returned to hand, not any form of leaving without dying. Ooh, does it have to be creatures? If Cosmographer has to be creatures, then that is actually not as good as I was thinking.
I think Cosmographer.
That has to be a creature. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's true. So like you can bounce like 1 mana enchantments or whatever. Yeah.
You make an interesting point. You make a very interesting point.
It's a definite side grade.
Yeah.
I think it should go in the same rank. That's my rule. If it's the side grade, it should go in the same rank.
I think that makes sense. I think this is good and cool, which is what we had Cosmographer as. Cosmographer? I don't know. It actually, It makes me think of, there was another card which probably they were all intended to go together. They might be in the same Jumpstart pack because some main set cards are in Jumpstart packs, to be clear. Where it was like, they just had an ability to bounce something for like 1 mana. And we ended up being like, that's kind of good actually in the right deck. And the thing is, neither of these cards can run that card, which is a shame. Because I think that's more interesting in the 99. It's good but cool. I'm not that excited about it. I'm gonna put it here.
I'm kind of excited about it, honestly. I don't know. I played like Esper Pass with Standard. I can see that being a cool Pauper Commander deck.
Well, you don't have Esper. It's mono blue with only commons.
I mean, yeah, but it's.
You gotta remember.
There'd be plenty of 1 mana blue cards. Like,
you're right. Yeah, you gotta remember the format, right? This only is triggering once when it enters. You need to find the rest of your bounce yourself, etc., etc.
Speaking of 1 mana blue card.
Kid Loki is a 1 mana 1/1 god hero villain. Did not know they were a hero villain. Sure, of course they are. Each creature you control that you've put. Sorry, I got distracted by Kid Loki and like what the implications of that are. Is this like Loki's kid, or is this like when Loki was a kid? Who's Kid Loki?
Maybe it's like young Loki or like time travel Loki. I don't know.
That's what I thought at first. Like they're a god. But like I figured when they were a kid, they weren't a hero or a villain yet.
Well, anyway. I think it's like maybe they can go either way at this point. Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? Each creature you control that you've put one or more +1/+1 counters on this turn has hexproof. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Kid Loki. Okay, I like this a lot, and I'm not really sure what you do with it. So, it's a really interesting protection piece, right? Any spell you have that puts a counter on something is a like a protection spell. That's
cool. Yeah, but also it feels like a good Voltron. Like you play it on one and it just does not die because you keep cantripping. Yeah.
Right. It is really interesting in that two things. One, we've talked before about cards that grow whenever you draw a card. And if you draw your second card, well, that's just worse than the other guy. But this is 1 mana, so it is coming down and starting to grow early. So I think that makes up for the fact that it's not growing per card. Two, it protects itself, right? Every time it triggers, plus any other time that you might like put a counter on it, it does that, right? But it lasts the whole turn, right? It's just each creature you control that you've put one or more counters on this turn has hexproof.
Yeah, you might have to supplement it with some other hexproof, but yeah, I think it seems very hard to kill.
Maybe, but maybe you just have instant speed, draw 2 cards, right? Like.
Yeah, I guess like those are a bit like pricey though, is the thing, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe you throw some Investigate in. No, I guess that's still 2 mana. Because you have to draw 2 cards.
I just think you might have to. I broadly agree with you. I think like maybe you have to also supplement it with some like something that provides hexproof.
Just so that you're not building this thread and then it just dies, right? Like, it's good protection, so you don't need as many pieces, but maybe you still want some. I can see it. I think this card's good and cool.
Yeah, me too. Agree.
Now, it's possible that it's top 10 material, but I'm going to say good and cool for now. I'll put you way at the top, actually. You're pretty cool.
Yeah. When we later down this stream, we might like look at it and be like, actually, move it up one. Yeah.
Who knows? Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, 4 mana, 2/4, reach. Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, you may draw a card. So while this is the
this Unbounded is really good, yeah.
Yeah, this is the second one of the Fantastic Four cycle, and it is so much better than Invisible Woman. It's 4 mana instead of 5. It doesn't care about you having another hero. You just get this whenever you make any kind of token. And it's just, it has no ceiling, right? Like, it's really good. Has reach, it's a 2/4 stats, which I just like 2/4 stats. I mean, for 4 mana, it's not great, but like, I like them.
Yeah.
They're nice. I think this card's really good. This one, I think, is maybe top 10 material, honestly. As much as I don't need to be putting things in top 10 material right away.
I agree.
It's so good.
Yeah. I think we can mark this as top 10 right now.
Boom.
I think you put it even over Atuma, yeah.
I mean, yeah, if I'm sorting them, then yes, I think so too.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to sort of top 10 ones because the others, you made them.
That's true. All right, moving on.
Shuri,
Wakandan Inventor, 2 mana for a 2/1. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast.
All right, that's exciting.
We've seen that before. And 1 mana and tap. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of a second target artifact you control until end of turn. Except it isn't legendary. Activate only as a sorcery. So if you had a legendary,
I think this might also be a top 10 contender, honestly.
It's cool. I don't know what the use case for that second ability is. The first one, it's a good ability, but likewise, Iron Lad does that. Iron Lad.
I guess it's only as a sorcery, which is a shame, but I think this is like so flexible. Like, I don't know.
It's flexible. That's true. I don't think I've read that or not. It's
like you can turn into one of your other artifact creatures. If you can turn your clue into like an artifact creature, for example, or like you can or like anything that has like some other like ability you want to do more of, like
It's the kind of card I look at and I go, ooh, there's got to be something really cool you can do with it, but I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Right? Yes, turning animating an artifact every turn is very nice. But you have to A, have another thing, and B, it only lasts until end of turn, and it's 1 in a tap, and there's a bunch of stuff. Can you do more than that? I don't know.
Well, I mean, also your artifact spells are cheaper. Like, I don't know. It's 2 mana.
The floor is very high on this card. I just don't know what the ceiling is yet.
I think the floor is high enough to become top 10.
I'm tempted
I
to
just said
stay
in front
for
of good and
now.
cool.
I'm gonna good and cool for now.
Uh,
I would like to spend
definitely
some
think it'd be
time.
top 10, but yeah.
I would like to spend some time looking at like what is actually worth turning your artifacts into. Like I like the idea of taking, your investigates and such to get clues, and then you have some other artifact creature or some other big cool artifact to turn them into. I just don't know what that is off the top of my head, and I think it's the kind of research that would take me more time than I can really commit to right now. That's really what I'm saying.
So, okay,
You have no
sorry.
reaction to what I just said there. Okay, cool.
No, sorry. I just read ahead and
Don't do that. Stop it.
Sorry.
Well, I'm going to take your silence as yes, you're so right, Darcy, and cool too. I'm going to move on to stature in that case.
Yeah, you can always take it like that. Yeah.
1 mana for a 1/1 human hero. Stature can't be blocked if her power is 1 or less, and then she has power up for X blue. Put X counters on stature. I hate this.
So, what? I love this.
Oh yeah? Okay, tell me why.
Because I want to play the deck where I play this like probably don't play this on one, but I just like spend the whole game building up a bunch of mana rocks and like stuff like that, or just building up a bunch of mana.
Mm-hmm.
And then I one shot I play this on one shot somebody with this. But I don't think it's good, but I'm into it.
Yeah, and then the other two players kill you.
They cower in fear.
See, here's the thing. What I don't like about this is that first line of text matters exactly once, right?
I mean, unless she gets bounced or something. Like, I don't know.
Is that what you're doing? Are you self-bouncing stature to then reinvest the 20 mana that you spent on her?
Okay. I don't think it's good, but it seems fun to me. I think she's cool and good. No, not cool. I think she's cool and mid. Sorry.
Okay, I think she's very bad. I would be much more interested in a fire breathing effect, right? Where you attack, you can't be blocked, and then you fire breathe temporarily and punch somebody, and you do it again and do it again.
Also, maybe it's value being able to have a bunch of +1/+1 counters swing at once. I don't know.
I doubt it. Maybe, but I doubt
it. This makes me think of that She-Hulk from last time.
Yeah, I thought she was cool.
Yeah. I think she is cool, but mid. I think. I think this is at least She-Hulk here. Yeah.
Okay. I think we did say cool mid last time because I was like, she's so cool though. Wiccan, Rising Magician, 5 mana, 4/4. Last time Wiccan was, I think, the first card we put in. No, it wasn't the first.
Yeah.
It was the first one we reviewed that we eventually put into the top 10.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So the other Wiccan is mono red and this one's mono blue. Why? I don't know. Wiccan, Rising Magician, 5 mana, 4/4, Mutant Warlock Hero, Flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile another target non-token permanent. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. This is good. This is very good.
Yeah, no, I think this might also be a kind of top 10.
It's 5 mana, which is a lot. But
yeah, but it hits your opponent's stuff, which is also exciting.
Right. I often get tunnel visioned on combos and go, you can't combo with this, it doesn't return right away. But not returning right away means you can just remove all blockers, swing in, and kill somebody. That is one of the main payoffs for Astral Slide decks. Do you know them from back in the day?
Yeah.
Why am I cycling? Because it lets me trigger my Astral Slide and just remove your board, and then I kill you. Now, with ETBs and stuff, it is kind of scary to blink your opponent's stuff without, expectation to kill them, so it can be kind of scary, but, I don't know, 4/4 flyer kills people, you know?
5 mana is, kind of a bit. It might be kind of like that, Marble Boy.
The thing is, I think it is strong, even though it's expensive. And I think that it is cool, even if it's too expensive. So I think it still goes in cool and good, even though it's probably too much.
Yeah, I'll be top 10, but it could be maybe, but yeah.
Our top of this is absurd. To be fair, we've only done blue and white, so like it's gonna look like that, but it looks very funny.
Yeah, it's fair, yeah.
Alright, moving on to black. Arnenzola, Biofanatic. 3 mana, 2/3, scientist villain. No other creature types, they're just a scientist villain. But that's because they're an artifact creature, if that's relevant. 3 mana, tap, create a tapped 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. Activate only if there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard. I forgot that it had that restriction. I
mean, that's
like
neat.
this, and I'm not sure if it's good. I think being able to reliably make a body is good. 3 mana is kind of a stiff tax for that, but I think a 2/1 with menace is a decent body. This is not just a 1/1 soldier, you know?
Yeah, it's evasive and yeah.
What's interesting, I heard someone point this out earlier, which is they were saying that they thought that probably as a commander this is not super interesting, but it is a kind of card that in standard is going to let you trigger all of your "a villain entered the battlefield this turn" effects on your opponent's turn, which is kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we can have any payoffs for that in common in mono black. Maybe I'm wrong. So it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's not really an upside. But I think, yeah, just being able to make a body every turn is nice. I'd have to see what other things can tap to make a body that it has to compete with. But I like this body, so it might still be worth it despite that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's evasive, and also, like, 2 is way more than 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I bet that's not sorcery, too, because you can leave it up as a 2/3 blocker, which is not a bad blocker, right?
Yeah.
I like it. Good and cool. I'll put you here. I don't know. Who cares? Next. It's Baron Strucker. Strucker? Hydra Overlord. 3 mana. 2/2. Villain spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And whenever another villain you control enters, you may have it connive and do this only once each turn.
Okay,
that was the archetype I was talking about. Where, yes.
Yeah, how many villains are there at common?
Not as few as you'd expect. However, I think in mono black you're very limited. So, in the Spider-Man set, Prowler, I think it was. I knew the Omen Path cards better. Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a black-blue villains matter. Basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, villains entering, you get to connive. It was sweet. I really liked that card. And I don't know if there was enough, really. And that was black-blue. And this is... it was pushing it. This is mono black. But there's another set now. So there's going to be more villains. So maybe that's fine. Villains are so much more like common than heroes are, I think. So let's... Yeah,
because the mooks are villains.
The mooks are villains. What's interesting to me about this is that it is very similar to Tombstone from the Spider-Man set. It has the same starting text here, and I think the stats are even the same. It just has a different secondary effect. This one is, you get to connive whenever a villain enters, but only once each turn. Whereas Tombstone was ETB, return a villain from graveyard to your hand. That card didn't seem that great, so I think the villain sub discount is not going to be amazing. The real question is, are there enough villains? So I am going to just look for villains, not changelings, to start and see where we're at. There's 23. Holy crap, that's a lot, actually. Now, are they good? I don't know, but that's like a lot to choose through.
And then if I do like kind of a bunch of black changelings, yeah. Like,
there are, yeah. I mean, some of the black changelings are some of the best changelings.
Yeah, or like the Wanderer, yeah. Like,
yeah, Changeling Outcast is like one of the most
Outcast,
in the game. Oh, you gotta actually put them on the tier list, don't I? I can't just be like, I think it's cool. Moving on. I like it. I think
they're cool at mids, maybe, but I think they're cool. Maybe they're cool. I think maybe they're on the low end, cool and good.
I think it's on the low end of cool and good. Maybe we can put them down here even. But I like villains as a kindred strategy. I think that discounting something that's already pretty cheap is much better. Like we talked about Dino Boy last time, where it's like, cool, I've discounted my 5 cost dinosaur to 4 cost, I still can only play one each turn because I only have 6 mana, right?
Yeah.
This, on the other hand, you're discounting like a 3-drop to a 2-drop or a 2-drop to a 1-drop. Like, it's actually really, you're going to be able to get multiple instances of that discount stacking each turn.
Yeah.
And I think the payoff is legit. Like, yes, you only trigger it once per turn, so if you get to cast 2 in the same turn, you're missing out on value, but I think that's okay. I think that conniving once a turn is still pretty good. Crossbones! 4 mana for a 3/3 human mercenary villain. Death Touch. Whenever another villain you control enters, put a counter on Crossbones. He then deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only once each turn. Interesting. So it's another when a villain enters, and another only once per turn. But it's going to grow them. Growing is good. They have Death Touch. That's probably not that relevant. And he burns the table, but only once per turn. And that's likely going to be an only once per round, because you don't probably have a way of getting a villain to enter on other people's turns. Again, that's what I think is going to be really good about Arnim Zola, is triggering these once per turn effects on your opponent's turn, but that's not an option here, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be limited by actual casts.
I would judge it as cool but mid, honestly.
Is this cool but mid, or is this good but boring? I don't even know. Whenever another villain you control enters, put a counter on Crossbones. He deals 2 damage. It's probably not as good as I want it to be because it's 4 mana. If this was cheaper, the growing consistently.
Yeah, you're probably forced to play some of your villains ahead of time, and then
Yeah, you don't want this to be the 4th villain you play. You want this to be the 2nd or 1st. Yeah. Which maybe that's fine. Maybe play some rocks. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to put this.
It's cool, but it's not good enough. Honestly, it's cool because, villains, but it's... The payoff is just growing slowly, and...
I feel like I want to play villains, like I play, like a bunch of the other stuff we've seen,
Pardon?
I feel like we already saw, like, a mono black villains commander I'd much rather play, so maybe it's just, like...
Yeah, that's
even though it's, like, doesn't do the same thing, I don't know if, like, I'd ever want to...
Right. I'm never going to play this over, like, Arnim Zola or Baron Saruker. That's a really good point.
Yeah, so maybe it's just good and bland, even though, like, they're not really a, like, direct comparison, but they're, like, yeah.
I'm just not even sure if they're good enough. They might just be bland and mid, honestly.
Yeah, they're not good or interesting enough to be out the competition for villain decks, yeah.
They're down here now. I'm sorry, I dragged it off the screen. I realized that you couldn't see that line anymore. It's still there. Alright, moving on. Grim Reaper, Lethal Legionnaire, 4 mana for a 3/4 with a human villain type. I don't know why I said it that way. When Grim Reaper attacks, you may pay 4 mana. That's 3 and a black. When you do, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking with a finality counter on it.
I'm into this.
It's pretty good. It's like all of your creatures... Like one
cost 4 to resurrect.
Well, I was gonna say all of your creatures are like a phoenix, right?
Yeah.
You can only, do one of them a turn, but it's 4 mana. You're only doing one of them a turn anyway. Like, that's too much to ask. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. It's 4 mana, so it's 3/4 for 4 mana. Doesn't really do anything. Then you attack with it. Then you pay 4. What are you resurrecting? Probably something pretty cool. I struggle with resurrection in Pauper Commander, honestly, because it's just like I don't know what I'm trying to bring back. It's just like some big beater, and it gets kind of.
I mean, probably you're not really getting much discount. You just like bring back like more 4 again twice. Like I think that's good enough, honestly.
Maybe I could see that. I could see that being the plan. I think the thing is, it's kind of you're risking your guy that does it, right? Now, maybe you're like mono black aggro, right? Like, you built a really cool mono black aggro deck. One of the times we played 1v1 Pauper Commander on stream, on recording. And it was really cool. If you're just bringing back, like, flesh bags and stuff and really messing up the board, it could be really oppressive. Especially if you attack someone who only has 1 blocker, and so you bring back something that kills their blocker, and then Grim Reaper gets through damage, right? Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Now, it has a finality counter. You can't keep doing it. I'm curious what other sort of reanimation commanders there are.
I mean, you might just reanimate things that mill stuff, and then like if you do that twice and you have enough.
Sorry. What did you say? Can you repeat that, please?
I mean, if you reanimate a thing that mills things a couple times, then you probably are covered.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You're not trying to reanimate the same thing over and over again. You are trying to reanimate a thing and then reanimate a different thing and then a different thing. And that's more interesting, honestly. So, probably good. Are there other more reliable? This has to sack itself. This one's when it enters. I don't know what this guy does. It's an ETB effect. Dark Supplicant. Sacrifice 3 clerics. That's kind of a lot. There is the Forum Necroscribe, which everyone was very excited about, and I still think is way too expensive at 6 mana. But hey, pretty good.
Yeah.
Gurgling Anointer.
This guy.
Whenever Izareth attacks, you may pay X. When you do, return target creature with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield with a copy, or with a corpse count proto finality counter on it. If that creature would leave the battlefield.
Okay, so this is like what we have to compare it to.
This is what we have to compare it to. And it is whenever Izareth attacks. She has to be the one attacking. But she's got Death Touch, making her less likely to get blocked.
And she's very cheap thing. So we answer the thing like, what expensive stuff can we get is like made a question now.
The difference between these two is 4 mana is always what you're paying. So you want to be getting something that's worth more than 4 mana. Whereas Izareth, you just keep bringing back 2s and 3s.
Yeah, and she's cheaper, so
yeah. Interesting. I don't think anyone else compares. I thought there was something that compared.
Yeah, can you just look at like mono black?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I'm just skipping
more
these first. Let's see if anything jumps out at me, because I knew there was something, but I couldn't remember what it was. A lot of them do sacrifice themselves. I do like Whisper, though. Whisper's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway. What do you want to look at? Rarity common.
Just like 5 or more. Or maybe 6 more, because I don't think I'm excited about getting a 5 drop.
There's a lot, but I'm not in mono black, because I messed up.
Oh, can you go back to mono black?
Yeah.
Also, like paper, because like there's... I want to see the paper to this guy.
Sure, I'll say paper. For you.
Thank you.
So, there's a lot in just that description. Are they good is the other question, right? And maybe.
I mean, these seem like kind of beaters, yeah.
Yeah. And they do enter tapped and attacking. So they have pseudo haste, which is kind of sweet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See how Percy does she give haste?
She does not, no. That's actually a really good point. Like, I think oftentimes I get not that impressed by Resurrection because I'm like, cool, I resurrected an 8/8, and then it dies before it does anything. But this is an 8/8 that is tapped and attacking. That is scary, right?
Yeah, that'll get people.
That'll get somebody.
And by a menace, like a
no, a lot of them are just like
block.
Big beaters that don't have haste, and this maybe solves that. I'm into it. Okay, this is cool.
Yeah, I think this might get to the cool and good stage. Yeah.
Let's start with cool and good. It might be honestly a top 10 material. This one's I'm very excited about this one actually.
Yeah.
That is cool. I like that. Claw, Sonic Subjugator, 3 mana 2/2 human rogue villain. When Claw enters, target player reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to 1 plus the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You choose one of them, that player discards that card. I get what they're doing, but like, why did it need to be that complicated? Why couldn't you just let me look at their whole hand? Like, who cares?
I mean, I don't know.
I get it, right? Like, it lets them hide the ones they don't want you to discard, and that's interesting. And it lets it discard anything instead of having to be restrictive or something like a duress would be. I super don't care. It's a 3 mana 2/2 with an ETB. Like, it's just, that's almost never going to be interesting.
Yeah, this is like it's not like it's a bad ETB, but also it's like just a regular type ETB, and it's
a single target, right? This isn't like it's a we're assessing on multiplayer. target
That's true.
player
I think I could. I think I
discard?
could, but if it was like just everyone's hand, and then like, okay, maybe I like am like being deafing it a
Yeah,
bunch.
like maybe, right? But like, yeah, it does in the specific form we're talking about. Again, I'm not going to say the card's bad. I'm saying it's not like a relevant discussion point.
It's not in contention. I think it's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or anywhere near
Madam
contention.
Mask. 5 mana for a 3/2 human villain. When Madam Mask enters, she connives. Great. So she's oftentimes a 4/3. When you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. Okay. This is cool. So it's 5 mana for, if we assume you connive away a non-land, a 5 mana for a 4/3 and a 2/1. That's a decent amount of material for 5 mana. It's a little expensive, but it's a decent amount of material for 5 mana. And then it continues to make these villain creature tokens. I'm very excited for these villain tokens. I love set-specific tokens like this, where it's like,
yeah,
this is the 2/1. All the things that make a villain creature token are making 2/1s with menace. Like, oh, that's interesting. That's a fun little, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for those. And this one seems good, right? When you draw your second card each turn, make a 2/1. That, you could run a bunch of instant speed draw to draw on your opponent's turn if you want to, and that's probably worth it. Compared to like get a +1/+1 counter like we saw with other guys, where it's like, I don't know if I care that much to like draw 2 cards just to get a counter, but 2 cards to get a 2/1, I could see it. And it just has a very good floor in that it's always going to be getting you that first 2/1, right? It's like ETB create a 2/1.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it for 5 mana?
Yeah. I think so. I think so, actually.
I think so
it's not
too.
like
I don't think it gets higher than good and cool though. Like, this is good and cool to me. This is not top 10.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I'm gonna put them down with Strucker. I think they're both Strucker. Next, we have the Masters of Evil, which is a legendary creature, interestingly enough, despite being like a group. I don't know how I feel about groups being legendary creatures, because sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. It's very weird. 6 mana for a 5/6. That's so expensive. Other villains get +2/+1. That's a big lord. 2 mana. Yeah. Discard this card. It's one of these. I see. Search your library for a plan. Reveal it. Put in your hand. Then shuffle. Plans are a new type of enchantment in the set, and they look pretty sweet, but not really relevant in assessing a card going in your command zone.
I don't know how many plants are even in common, but whatever. Like, I mean, yeah. This is like a lord. That's like a lord is never good enough at 6 mana, and this is like specific.
It's interesting because it's really expensive, but like if you spend the first 5 turns of the game building a big board of villains, and then you drop this for 6, that's a big buff suddenly.
Yeah, you're right. It's 2+2 power is a bit.
Like, do I need
but
to?
How many villains are you really going to get? Like,
what?
I mean, there are a bunch we did see, but it's not like it's. I don't know. It feels like
you want some other payoff along the way to make it worth going into the specific type.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think it's probably not good enough, and I think it's not cool enough.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Boop, boop, boop.
Ooh, all right, let's dance.
Let's dance. Moonstone, Harsh Mistress. I think this card's so cool. Let's see if it stands up to my reading. 4 mana for a 2/4 with flying. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, until the end of your next turn, you may play that card.
Yeah, I think this
if this card sounds familiar to you, it is very much Containment Construct, except for it has a color now, and it has flying. Now, to be fair, so I should say Containment Construct, same ability of when you discard a card, you may exile that card, and then you may play that card. This is until the end of your next turn, so you have a little bit of leeway to play it, which is sweet. However, Containment Construct is a 2 cost, and this is a 4 cost. But it's a 2/4 flyer, and it gives you black, whereas Containment Construct is colorless if you're actually trying to run it as your commander, which I don't think you should. Just straight up, I don't think you should run Containment Construct as your commander.
Yeah.
But this is really cool.
Yeah, it's cool how it has a card that can be a commander, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit I'm much more excited to build this in Clover. There's a bunch of stuff I really want to try using, like last day, the Jumpstart cards. Jumpstart? Kickstart? Jumpstart.
Jumpstart.
The Undead Hand Ninja, which like pings whenever a thing leaves your graveyard. These hit the graveyard, then get exiled. I'm like, that looks really cool. Can you do anything with that in common? Probably not, right? Probably not. I don't know what you do with this card, but like, there's gotta be something. It's so cool.
No, I think it's top 10 material, definitely.
Cool thing. Oh, it's mostly discarding your opponent's stuff. I feel like each player discards could be an interesting effect. When this enters, each player discards. You could run a bunch of burglar rats. You could probably run a bunch of burglar rats. I don't know if that's good or not, but you could.
Well, no, it's each opponent, not each player, but that is each player.
Oh, is that each player? Each opponent? Oh, okay, dang, I wasn't reading it properly. Each player discards 3 cards. I mean, this.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
This is opponent. You're right.
This is like how it makes me worry because, like, but I think we just see like some discard outlet. I think there are discard outlets in common.
Yeah, I think that's true. Just like an actual like. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't get value for discarding, right? Unless you have something that cares about stuff hitting your graveyard and leaving your graveyard or casting from exile. So that doesn't necessarily matter. But if you have like the easiest thing to do, I think the first starting point I would go for is just looting. You know? Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Just which there's less than you'd expect, but all the connive counts, right?
Yeah.
But still, like, less than you'd expect, right? Like, that's kind of it. Because it's black. Now, I didn't check. Maybe there's more rummage. Again, rummage is like a red mechanic, but do we have any rummage? There's a bit of rummage. Blood tokens. Ooh, blood tokens. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, let's dance. Yeah. Okay. No, okay, I'm back on. I'm back on board, yeah.
It's still, like, not that much. But, like, I don't know.
So together they're enough, I feel like, and then
I think it's rad. She's also a doctor.
She was timeless?
No, she's not. It's a different type.
They're not the same type. If I make a doctor deck, sorry. I think she's good enough to be good. Maybe not like I don't know. I was thinking top 10, but then I saw like the options, but. She might still be up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's so cool. She gives me like inspiration to build the deck, and that's like one of the most important things. Unless you go to build it and it's bad, right? Like, or there's nothing to do. You end up like giving up halfway through because there's like just nothing.
Well, I mean, I think like at least.
I think it's better than that. Yeah. Ronin, Shadow Stalker, a 3-mana 3/3. With pay 2 life, add 2 mana of any one color, but spend this mana only to cast equipment spells or activate equip abilities. Activate only once each turn. You can then tap them and sacrifice an equipment attached to Ronin to give target creature -4/-4 until end of turn. Activate only the sorcery. This is kind of a lot, and I think it's said in a sort of complicated way. 3 mana for a 3/3 that says the first equipment is it equipment or an artifact? Yeah, equipment you cast or equip ability you activate costs 2 less. Is that good? Maybe. I have a hard time assessing it, but maybe.
It might be unique to black, which is like kind of interesting.
It's cool that you could split it up, right? You could maybe activate 2 1-cost activated abilities.
And also just like the removal mode is like interesting also. Like
right. I was gonna do one thing at a time.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
But yes, right? Like -4/-4 is killing a lot of things. Now you have to sacrifice an equipment, and that's not cheap. Like, are you running a bunch of cheap equipment in this deck? I think you're just gonna run out of cards in hand if that's your plan.
I mean, there's actually a fair amount of cheap black equipment.
There are, but they're bad.
I mean, if they're removal spell, they're not so bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're running them just to
and it costs you less.
I guess what I'm saying is, if you're running them just to be a removal spell, would you rather just run removal? Right. That's the question.
I mean, they also probably may have ETB effects. Like they might have value on besides being a removal spell. Also, their removal spell tacked on to whatever they do, and also they're too cheaper. Like
they might have equipment. Very rarely has an enters.
I think you'd be surprised. Or not, I don't think necessarily enters, but like have some value besides. But yeah.
There are some of these that have like the turn that it like enters, it attaches and gives a bonus only until end of turn. But like,
also it doesn't have to tap to do it. Like that's
no, it does.
Remember right? It does.
It doesn't have to tap to make mana. It does have to tap.
No, that's what I meant. So like, yeah, you have these flash equipment, and then on your opponent's turn, you get indestructible and for free basically. Because of the ability to reset.
Is that what you're talking about?
Well, let me. There's also I don't know, man. Silly.
The fact that it lets you discount, so that's why I was treating it like a discount as opposed to producing mana, is because like it doesn't tap, and we're used to tap abilities making mana. And
yeah.
So it's very similar. It does cost you life, but like whatever, that's a resource. Who cares?
Or like this, like a treasure.
But there's something interesting about it not being a full discount, but being mana. You can pay for these full costs. You can pay the black.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think there's something to be said for that. And, you know, there are these things that give indestructible, since you mentioned indestructibility. This one's indestructible. This one gives first strike. The one I saw up the top here. Where was it? This one. This one gives indestructible. So maybe there's something you could do that's interesting, because you can only use them.
I mean, like, you know, if you're a man to make a treasure with like that, with like a couple of these, and like, I don't know,
I think stuff like this might be kind of interesting, like making bodies, but like that's pretty few and far between. Like for Mirrodin was not in red and black, but job select would have been.
Yeah.
This is a very good card, for the record. This card's really strong. It sounds really good when you read it, and I think it's not as good when you think about it.
I think it's good.
I think you're probably right. But I think it's good in a boring kind of way. I think it's good in a boring kind of way. Like, you're gonna get to kill something. You're gonna.
I have the option of like, do I sacrifice equipment to kill something? I think that's actually fun gameplay experience.
Sure. That's an interesting point, because I think that there's a difference between interesting to play versus interesting to build. Like, I think this is a very cool card, but I think it's not a very interesting command.
Also, it's like artifact sack. That's cool too. Like,
what do you mean? Like, there's plenty of things that do sacrifice artifacts, but I don't think that's
no. But payoffs for like sacrificing artifacts, like.
I guess you could go like a weird artifact aristocrats, because there are a bunch that are like when an artifact gets put into the bin, right? Did I say that right? No, I did not say that right. Well, whatever. There are some. I don't know if they're common or if they're uncommon, but sure.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple common at least.
Sure. Yeah, because says they're enough, right? Like couple is.
Well, you can like play them. I think like just like discounting things by 2 mana every turn makes a lot of bad things good.
True. Don't forget your bleeding life, but yeah, you're right. I think assessing it as a discount is helpful. And because it sounds really good. What? 2 life for 2 mana? That's so good. And it is. It's incredibly good. But it's still very narrow. You know?
I would put it higher up there personally, but I think that doesn't really matter. Yeah.
There might be. I wonder if there's any like really interesting equipment. Rarity, common, ID, black, type, equipment. Anything really cool? Well, that one's mana value 4 or greater, so no. What about 3 or greater? What? I meant greater than 3. So these are the only ones that cost any more than 3. Which is fine. You don't need to be casting anything that costs a lot of mana. It doesn't need to be. But like when you're ramping, I think I like to look at what is the biggest thing I can ramp into, right? This is a good card. Is it this?
Yeah.
Is this the payoff we're looking for?
Wait. For some verse, it doesn't make this black mana, right? So I mean, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Does it say 2 mana of any one color? Of any one color. So
okay, so it's gonna be like it's gonna have 2 charge counters. Never mind. Yeah.
2 charge. That's very funny. There also might be some like X equipment. Are there any X equipment? No.
Okay.
I think that this is.
Wait, how many like black equipment, like ID black equipment are there?
Just
period.
total?
I'm curious. Yeah, total.
98, because there's a ton that are, unless you mean equals black.
No, I mean like total.
Well, equals there's 11. It's these ones, and these are cool ones. So.
There's that. Oh wait, there's that one that turns into a creature.
Which one turns into a creature?
Scroll up. It's like from Kamigawa.
What? Oh, reconfigure.
Reconfigure one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't pay for, but it's still equipment. Yeah.
You can pay for it. Why not?
You can't pay the reconfigure cost because it's only equipped spells.
I think did it say that or just say activated abilities? Oh, it says activated equipped abilities. You're right. Not just activated abilities. That's surprising.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Anyway, I probably would put this in good and bland, personally. But I'm willing to put it in good and cool.
No, equipment's... Mono black equipment is cool. Like, come on.
Okay. I don't...
Yeah.
Sure. Swordsman! That's his name! Sharp Scoundrel. 2 mana, 2/2. A human hero villain.
Sharp.
Oh, another hero villain. Whenever another villain you control enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control, 2 target creature you control. Wow. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, it connives. I actually quite like this. It's not my favorite,
yeah, me too.
But it does some really interesting things. 1, we get repeatable conniving. I love repeatably being able to connive. That's just something I like. 2, when a villain enters, you attach something for free, but not to that creature, to any creature you control.
Yeah.
So you could keep using all of your villains now attach anything to Swordsman to make them Voltron, right? Like. And whenever an equipped wait. Whenever an equipped creature you control attack, it connives. That's no limiter on that. That's not like when 1 or more target creature you control connives. That's now being equipped is kind of I just think this is so much more interesting. It's not just like, hey, we took this archetype and made it efficient. This did something with the archetype. That's the distinction I'm making when I say cool, you know?
Well, I mean, I like the fact I like being able to turn your this wall equipment into removable. I think that's really cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's probably pretty strong. But it's like I played that equipment to use it. I'm actually really bad at aristocrats, and I think making an aristocrats equipment deck could be kind of cool. So I will give you credit for that.
Yeah,
I like this better.
I think I do too, honestly. But I think they're both really cool.
Okay. I don't mind putting this above it in that case, then.
I just feel like we don't really see a ton of black equipment stuff. So it was neat. I didn't know this was an archetype. That's cool.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is that we don't see much about it, which does make it interesting, but maybe not very good.
I mean, but I think it's a lot of equipment are colorless, so yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Whiplash, Vengeful Engineer. 1 mana. 1 mana. 1 mana for
I'm already excited, yeah.
Whiplash enters tapped, so there are 1 mana 2/2 that enters tapped. Sure. Whenever Whiplash attacks, if he's equipped, I guess that's an archetype for the set, actually, is mono black, or maybe not even mono black, but like black plus is an equipment matters thing. I did not expect that.
I think maybe Rakdos, I don't know.
I could see Rakdos maybe. Yeah, interesting. Whenever Whiplash attacks, if he's equipped, each opponent loses life, and you gain life equal to the number of equipment attached to
This
him.
can kill people.
That could kill people, I guess. Like, you're trying to Voltron anyway, right? And this means that when you do Voltron, yes, you're only getting 1 extra per thing. You're not getting, like, you know, value.
But you're getting life, so you don't really have to block. Like,
but it heals you up, which is nice. And it means that when you're focusing down one person because you're trying to Voltron kill somebody, you're hitting your other 2 opponents, too.
Also true, too, yeah.
Nah.
No, I think it's like kind of the same tier as the other 2.
Maybe.
Like, I think all 3 of those are neat.
Yeah. Which is interesting. It seems like the set maybe has, like, pretty clear archetypes where, like, all of the major players in those archetypes are similarly, like, comparable, which is probably good sign for the set, actually, as a whole.
Yeah.
It is interesting. And I guess, like, it pushes you into just put all the cheap equipment, try to protect them as much as you can, which is probably not a ton, unfortunately. Like, this one is a little bit awkward. Right? There's a lot of cheap equipment.
I mean,
but
they're
then this
1
guy
mana.
Dies. And then when this guy dies...
And they play for 3 mana, which is also not terrible. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Right, and I guess you don't really care that they enter tap, because you're not going to block with them anyway. That's not the point. I like it. I don't know how much I like it, but I guess I don't need to. It's in good and cool. I'll put you here.
Yeah.
Next page. We are on our last page. Let's go.
Right.
Yellow Jacket, Heartless Marauder. 2 mana for a 1/2 with flying. Whenever another villain you control enters, a Yellow Jacket gets +1/+0 and lifelink until end of turn. I will tell you right now, I don't care. How about you?
I guess the fact that like you have like multiple triggers with this is kind of neat. But...
yeah, if you played a bunch of villains in one
I don't really care that much.
I don't care. I don't care.
It's a rogue. Actually, is there like something you can do with that?
You mean like run a bunch of I don't know how many
villain rogues? No, it has to be like villain rogues. Yeah, no, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this said Outcast, I think this is Outlaw. Sorry, not Outcast.
Outlaw.
If this said Outlaw, this would be maybe kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You know how, like, in Kamigawa, the Neon Dynasty, when they returned to it, they were like, there's not enough ninjas to do Ninja Kindred. Let's make it, like, ninjas and rogues. It would have been funny if they were, like, rogues and villains was, like, a thing they did.
That would be good, yeah, because it just sounds good, yeah.
Rogues and villains. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna put you right here.
Good, where they deserve.
I don't care. Hawkeye, Young Avenger, another Hawkeye. This one, whatever her name is, Kate Bishop. 4 mana for a 2/4 human archer hero with reach. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, instead it deals that much damage plus X. X is Hawkeye's power. This is good, actually.
Yeah. It's like that, like Odger kinda. Yeah.
I don't know what the going rate for this effect is because it's existed before, right? That much damage plus. I'm gonna just look for that much damage plus. We've got not a commander. This is the competitor. 5 mana for a 3/3 archer. Reach lifelink. If another source you control, it has to be non-combat, would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or a player, it deals that much damage +1 to that permanent or player instead. When you cast Inter Sorcery
but also
spell,
kind of free if it's
whenever you cast an Inter Sorcery spell, this deals 2 damage to any target. So they trigger themselves, and they're doing 3 damage. They get to bolt something whenever you cast an Inter Sorcery, which is kind of huge. They are also 5 mana.
Shock something. Let's be clear, but yeah.
I'm sorry, pardon?
Shock.
How much damage?
2.
You're 100% right. This is another. My mistake. Sorry. I was being a little bit rude there. I was like, it's 3 damage. It's a source. No, it says another source. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
Still, you gain 2 life from it too, though. Whew. This one gets play. No. People play Torwaki the Younger. I know this one gets play. Can pay Bishop, give them a run for their money. They don't have access to black, but like...
And it scales with power.
Burn is the more important part, and that's red, right?
And also it scales with power. That's like huge, actually.
It starts at 2. Even if you don't scale this, it starts at 2.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess
like, so. I guess the funny thing is, actually, this is effectively 3, right? Because you're going to pass it into
I like shock. You get 5 total.
Yeah, if I shock you. But dang, that's hard.
Like, it's one cheaper also, like kind of relevant. Yeah,
I think the one cheaper is relevant. I think the lifelink is also relevant though, which is like, whew, that's hard to compete with. But
I mean, the thing is, like, if you like just like played like this gets +1/+0 for 1, and then you play a bunch of that adds up very.
It adds up very quickly. Right, like any kind of like monstrous rage type effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
and just here's the thing. If I wanted to do this, right? If I was like, I want to play a burn deck, okay? Do I want to be in black?
Sometimes.
Maybe you do. Black's nice. I like having extra comms. You just don't run any of your burn spells in black, maybe. Great. But I think I'd rather be in mono red. And this black might be more of a liability than anything else. Again, not hard to get this color. But if my deck's 90% black or red and I'm just splashing black for my commander, that feels weird, right? You seem unconvinced.
Yeah.
I think this is good. I think it might be top 10 material.
Yeah, I think so too. I definitely think so.
That might be a little bit hasty. I know I was more humming and hawing on ones down here, which are probably still pretty good, but like, this has a known archetype that it fits into, that it's doing something. It's like I said, again, the other day about what's his face. Hammerhead, it's a card that already exists.
Yeah.
And that card's good. It's top 10 material. We know it is. Is this one too, right? So, I don't know. But I think Hawkeye's on the list. I'll move down to the next of the Fantastic Four. We have Human Torch, Johnny Storm. It is 3 mana for a 2/2 with flying that says, whenever you draw a card, if you control another hero, Human Torch deals 1 damage to target opponent. I think this is maybe the least interesting of the Fantastic Four to me. I know that Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, way too expensive. 5 mana is way too much. So I don't think she's good. I think that Human Torch is probably better. But she's more interesting to me. 1 damage when you draw a card is cool. I like drawing cards. And I think it's
it's unbounded.
There's surprisingly a lot of card draw matters in mono red, or at least in red, in this set. Which is cool. I think red doesn't get that often enough, and it should, because rummaging in red is really fun. Wheeling in red is really fun, right?
Yeah.
So I think having card draw being like a thing that red cares about is cool, and I support that.
Yeah, it also worth that you need another hero around. You
need another hero. This is why Reed Richards is the strongest, because they're the only one that doesn't care about controlling a hero. So you just get to play them in a vacuum, and they're good.
Yeah, I think this actually kind of. I think it's cool. I think it's on the bottom end of cool and good. To be honest.
Maybe. I also didn't even read that as a power ability. For 7 mana, you can put 3 counters on them, and then they're a 5/5 with flying, which that'll kill somebody. I guess.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah.
I'm just really not interested in this.
I'm interested enough to put it there personally.
I hate dealing 1 damage to target opponent personally.
But you can do more than that if you draw more cards. Also, it's not. It's your first card of turn. Also, a lot of times this isn't.
That's true. Yeah, it is. I mean, if this just said, beginning of your upkeep, deal 1 damage to each opponent, would I run it? No, probably not. But you're gonna do better than that. But also, you're only hitting 1 opponent, not multiple. So it's you have to do it 3 times before it's as good as that. Assuming you want to spread your damage out, which is not usually the best game plan, but it's more fun. I think I'd rather spread my damage out for the not like for the keeping everyone in the game, unless I need to knock out someone because they're a big threat, right? Like that happens. Like in Secret Straven, Arnon, something like that. I slept on that card because I did not want to burn. I was like, why do I care about burning one player? And the truth is, you're doing 2 damage a pip. Even if you have to take 3 turns to like 3 triggers to spread that out amongst your opponents, you're still doing more damage than a lot of other things a lot of the time. It's pretty good, actually. Yeah. And you can focus down a threat if you need to, which I think is something I definitely underrate. So I don't know. They don't excite me. I think they're probably... I don't even know if they're good, but if they are good, they're not exciting to me. I like that their card draw matters, though. I just think we can do better with that. Yeah. So like the thing is, I struggle with just like if they're even good.
I think they're good. I think they're good also.
We've been doing way more good and cool, but this is the main set. To be fair, like Jumpstart's a lower power set, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Onward, Iron Fist, Living Weapon, 3 mana for a 2/3. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, Iron Fist gains tap. Iron Fist deals damage equal to his power to any other target.
This is neat.
So they gain the ability to fling themselves without sacking themselves, right?
Yeah, and you can do it while buffing them. Like, yeah, it's like it has a trigger, but yeah, it's a trigger that like you can.
It's weird, right?
You just give plus X plus O or something. Yeah.
It just feels really odd. Like maybe this is actually pretty good. I don't know. I can't really.
Also, any target it's also creatures. Like
yep.
Yeah, it's like
I just like you're not getting like if I spell slinger.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this triggers each time is irrelevant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of cards that are like gain flying until end of turn when you do a thing, and like you trigger it 4 times, and it doesn't matter that you triggered it more than once. So like this has precedent. Don't get me wrong. It just feels really weird. Of like, oh, cool, spell slinger. Oh, wait, no, not really. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like one big buff spell, and then you tap and you shoot someone in the face. It's any target, so this could be like a pretty good control piece too. Like you could just like start killing important creatures with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're probably good. I'm not excited.
I'm into the flexibility of like you can hit
it is flexible
stuff. You can like, untap them like
How much untapping are you doing in mono red?
I think there is a surprising amount. Like
maybe. No, I might not have a fully inclusive search. Gain control? Oh, what? I guess like a threaten would fall under my.
You can find your own test, yeah.
That's not really.
I mean, kinda. I think that is like if you get high enough, I think that is like gonna do it. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean that is a good question, right? Like, I'm not a burn player. I'm not a red player. How high do you have to count? 30 in Pauper Commander?
Yeah, but also like I wiped their whole board. Like it's.
Oh sure, yeah, you could do that. But like, I'm just saying, like, this is not reliable untap. This is like you're spending a lot to untap. So what? You have to get to like 15, and then you get to use one of these spells to like boom boom kill somebody.
But this is a color that also has +1/+1 counters. Like it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's.
Equipment, like yeah, I don't know.
It's definitely unique. Like I think you could build a cool deck here,
and I think you build a good deck too. So I think that's where we should put it.
All right, which is fine, right? I mean, like this lets us do that thing where we go, cool. I'm going to be able to actually form a pretty cool top 10 list by looking at all these eventually, right?
Yeah.
That is the goal at the end of the day. I shouldn't be not considering things. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, Private Eye, 3 mana, 2/3. You can tap her and stun her to exile the top X cards of your library. X is Jessica Jones' power. You may play those cards this turn only.
I'm into it. That's interesting.
I've seen people say they're into it. I'm not. I'm hesitant enough about Impulse Draw, and I understand that I'm too hesitant, but this is stunning yourself just to Impulse Draw for only one turn. You don't even get it until, like, if it was until this character exiles another card.
It's no mana. It's no mana on the turn you do it.
True.
Like,
that's true.
Yeah. No. I think like it. Honestly, if it like was every turn we busted, like it's good. Also, I guess you could also like untap her too if you really want to. Right. But yeah, so
if I was thinking about this, ignoring that it's Impulse Draw and just pretending it's real card draw, would I like this? 3 mana for a 2/3. Yes, they scale. Let's ignore that for the sake of this assessment. Tap them. Draw 2 cards. They don't untap next turn. That means every other turn I get to draw 2 cards, which is the same as drawing a card every turn. Except, it's Impulse Draw, so it's unlikely I'm going to play both those cards, right? Unless it's like a land and a spell. I can play a land, play a spell. I can play them, right? It doesn't have to be cast.
Yeah.
You may play. Yes. Okay, so that's cool. It creates for a weird play pattern of, like, every other turn I get an influx of cards, which is kind of cool. It brings me back to the question that I always have, which is, what does the rest of the deck look like? This is maybe a good card. It seems cool because we love drawing cards and we think that's fun, but, like, it doesn't push you in a direction other than, like, maybe Cast from Exile matters. But, like I said before, it's going to be much easier to find a commander that cares about casting from exile and a 99 that lets you impulse than in the inverse.
I actually I disagree. Sorry, I had a little trouble with my mic earlier.
It. Yeah.
I think, like, honestly, like, this is like a great big red commander. Like,
you like, just mean, so the direction it pushes you in is just buffing this Voltron because they are.
It's buffing this Voltron, but also playing more of a control game. Like, you're not. This is not an aggro commander. This is value. This is getting value.
It's value.
And winning the long game, and that's so rare in red. And I think it can work like with her, like, because you're getting so much like draw, and hopefully you're having like a bunch of rocks as well to play all the cards you're playing. Like, I think it's really good.
I mean, you're right that it's rare, and that's, like, the thing is, like, I don't know what you do with it because I'm so unused to seeing that. Maybe it's really good, and it's just, like, hard for me to assess.
It lets you play all the high mana value red stuff. Like, yeah.
Wait, why? It doesn't ramp you.
No, but it's like, it like gets you the value to last until like the long game. I mean, I think this is honestly like top 10. I think, like, the more I've talked about it, the more I'm, like, actually really excited by this.
I don't get it.
I'm actually really excited to play this against you, and
yeah, no, mess me up, right? Like, I would be down, but, like, I just don't understand. Like, I get that card advantage is good, don't get me wrong, but, like, it's not, like, it's pseudo card advantage because it's exile, but let's ignore that part. But, like, you have to do something with those cards. And this is not helping you do something with those cards. It's just a refill.
The refill's really good.
A refill could be really good. But the more you're refilling, it gives you more selection, but does not actually refill you more, right?
I mean, I think the big part of it also is that you can, like, buffer power. Yeah. I think you do decent if you're just trying to compress. If you even are drawing 3 or 4, like, that's, like, nuts. Like, I get a new hand every turn.
Look, I'm with you in as far as last time we talked about a card that I said, hey, if this card just read, like, ETB draw 5 cards, would it be good? And the answer I think we came to was, actually, that's pretty good. It's just a late game refill. Awesome. One time you get a late game refill. Is that good enough? Maybe. The thing is, if this draws you 5 cards, you still only play one of them, right? Maybe 2.
I mean,
and the next turn,
then I do 2 cards that turn, and that, and like we talk about how like drawing one card a turn is already good. Like,
I understand the value of card selection. Like I get it, right? I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm saying you're going to have one. You're going to play with your hand, and maybe you don't play with your hand because you're always playing from exile. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but every other turn you get to impulse draw. What are you doing the other turn?
I mean, like playing for your hand, doing other things. Like, it's. I mean, also I think like honestly like I mean it's only one card, but I'm thinking about that one card. I was like put +1 counter and untap untap a creature, and also press them. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, is that what you're doing with her?
I mean like yeah. I don't know. Like you put equipment on, like maybe the other times it's like when you're putting equipment on her and like
To be fair, this is
and drawing more cards later. Like yeah,
this is not exert. This is a stun counter. If you untap her, all that does is remove the stun counter.
yeah, and you get to her next turn. I think that's good enough. Yeah. I think if this had like some, it would be insane. Like. I think she's doing good. I think she's honestly like top 10 material. Like also just like yeah, big red is like so cool and unique, and like we don't see that. And it's so
this isn't big red though. Like it's just
it isn't. Is big. It like how okay tell me why you don't think it's big red.
It doesn't ramp you. How is this big red? You're not better off having big spells.
No, but you put the ramp in your deck and the card draw taken care of.
If anything, you want to be going low to the ground because you don't want to exile something you can't cast.
No. It's like you can take care of the ramp part. You're drawing you're hitting your land drops. You're hitting your land drops. You're playing your rocks.
I do like that you're consistently hitting your land drops because you're gonna exile some cards and you can play those cards that turn. That can include lands. That's cool.
Yeah. And you're playing your rocks. You're getting treasures like this.
Look, like, I am so ready for Jessica Jones to mess me up. I think she's bad.
I actually kind of want to. It's actually motivating me. I want to like maybe play like some Pauper Commander, like build her deck before you do top 10, just so you can reassess.
I would love to play some games before we actually do the top 10. That would be really nice because it's a lot of stuff to look at, and I'm sure I'm overlooking something. I'm putting in good and cool for now.
I really think you are.
I don't agree. But I'm happy to do a tier list with you. This is not just my list. I'm making my own list. It's fine. You know what I mean? I don't have to agree with everything that's happening.
Yeah, and this looks cool. I haven't read it, but this looks cool. Let's play Loki.
Loki Lofason? Aren't you also Odin's son? What's up with that? 2 mana for a 2/1.
I guess that's his mom. I don't know. Yeah.
1 mana and tap. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Loki's power, a bunch of this power matters in red, which is cool.
Yeah.
Copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. And then you can power them up so that that value goes up higher. All it does is get counters. That's cool.
Yeah, not too relevant, but kind of relevant.
It could be relevant because they care about their power growing. So, to reiterate, 2 mana for a 2/1, comes down early. Then the next turn you could spend 1 and tap it to copy the next instant or sorcery spell you cast if the mana value is 2 or less.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Okay, that's pretty good. And if you manage to get them to grow bigger, you can copy bigger and bigger spells.
Yeah, or hold off until turn 5, or like, yeah. Like...
Now, is there anything interesting you can do? I mean, copies are good, right? Mika? In Strix and Strixhaven, there was a red copies commander that everyone was very hyped on, and I think that they're correct to be. I haven't heard if people have been actually running them since then. I hope they have, because they're very cool. And what are they doing? Just gives you a copy. Copies are good. It's twice as much stuff. Is the limitation of the power significant? I think it probably isn't. I think you're going to be growing them not too hard, right? It's not that hard to grow somebody. Like you said, equipment, counters, temporary bonuses, not that hard. Then you're spending a tax of 1 mana Okay, that's not so bad. Your spell has kick or double the spell's effect. That's huge. Yeah, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I think this is also like kind of top 10 material.
I think this is top 10 material. I like that it comes down early. It doesn't do as much early, but like that's okay. Early,
it also has the same kind of thing. Just a good. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I also think it has the same vibe. Just a good justice that pushes you in like a kind of different direction than mono red. Like, yeah, like Spell Slinger.
I will agree.
It's not new, that new, but like, yeah.
Yeah, the mono red direction that we're seeing so far with these signposts is not like hyper aggro. It is doing some really interesting things. Like these creatures are tapping themselves. They're not attacking. I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
But I like the play pattern here, right? Like turn 2 you play Loki, turn 3 you play a 2-cost spell and tap Loki. That's 3 mana, right?
Yeah.
And you get to double that 2-cost spell. What's the 2-cost spell? I don't know. Probably they want you to be instant sorceries. So they don't really want you to go into equipment if you can help it. What are we doing here, actually?
Yeah, but I mean, like, well, I guess like how many like instant sorceries put counters on things in red? I think that's kind of curious.
+1/+1 counter. I'm gonna just search for that to start. Oh, that is so few. That is 7. As far as an instant or a sorcery.
I mean, these are good. These are kind of good though. Like, I think I'm fine with like running these.
Yeah, but it's a 100-card format. Now, First Day of Cloud is a cracked spell. However, not actually relevant to the thing we're trying to describe.
Yeah, fair.
And then there's that market name one we talked about earlier.
Yeah,
that is so much fewer than I was expecting.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need like. I think like I'm okay for running all these, and I think like you don't need to like go that hard on like instant sorceries. You just want like because again you're only doing one a turn. You just want them to be good.
Yeah, and they can just be any kind of value piece.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Also, yeah. Maybe you're like, yeah.
Interesting. I just don't want to be investing too much in temporary bonus because temporary bonus.
No. I think like it's what's up? Oh my. Oh my.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'm okay with that.
I mean, that's also implies all creatures, but that's other rituals too. So yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I don't want to invest too much in temporary bonus because temporary bonus.
Yeah, I don't think you go temporary bonus. I think you just like eat the fact that like your equipment aren't instant sorceries, but you don't need to cast like a bunch of sorceries a turn. You just need to cast one a turn. That's really good.
That's a fair point. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. There's some interesting equipment. Equipment does what equipment does.
Yeah.
That's a -1. Dang, that would kill him.
No, my boy. No.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point, right? You run a nice mix of equipment and maybe bigger spells. I do think that the idea of the play pattern of play them on 2, then copy a spell on 3 seems really nice, but I don't really know what you're playing on.
Yeah, I think there's like kind of serious. You either like don't attend them unbuffing them at all, and I think you could also do fine. But also, I think you can do like kind of big red. Like I play a 4-mana spell and it's doubled. Like yeah.
Yeah. I'm down. I think they're cool.
I
like copying spells. I don't know if you can. I wonder if you can go input with this. Honestly, I bet you could. Like,
yeah,
you have to find some spell that the copy lets you untap them, and then you can like. It's when you do. It's not like copy target spell, so you couldn't like.
I think if you access like a lot of the graveyard stuff Red has, but I think you do really common. So yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Moving on, we have a Misty Knight, hero for hire. I don't know this like series of this like team, but they seem very fun as they have been depicted on the cards. Well, I think we'll see more as we go on. Misty Knight, hero for hire, 2 mana for a 3/1. 2 tap, discard a card, draw a card for each card you discarded this turn. Now this I like.
Cool.
Do I like Jessica Jones? No. Do I like this? Yes. I love rummaging and then being like, actually, I just drew those cards. In fact, I rummaged away the bad cards, and then I still didn't go down in cards in hand. What? It's amazing.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the thing is like it's 2 mana, and I think that's like kind of a deal. Like,
you're right. Yep.
I think just aside. I think her and Jessica Jones are even. I think.
I don't know how similar they are. What I like about Misty Knight is that she pushes you in an actual direction to deck building. She says, I want as much rummaging and wheeling as you possibly can fit in a deck. And there was a card in the Spider-Man set, a Green Goblin, which was in Rakdos, and they were like, when they attack, you discard a card, then draw a card for each creature, for each card you discarded. And that card I thought was so cool and kind of unplayable. It's 5 mana. It doesn't do anything the turn it enters. You have to like properly set it up and then get an actual attack in and then have them survive combat. They don't have to survive, but like you don't want them to die. This one can sit back in her chair and just pay 2 mana to draw you 4 cards. That's so good!
Yeah. It's also kind of funny, like even if she's not sitting back in her chair, she can throw down.
Well, it's interesting. Jessica Jones is a 2/3. She's going to be able to sit on the board, do a little bit of blocking, and then like... The thing is, you don't really want to tap her on your opponent's turn because you have to play them that turn. I don't like her design. Yeah. Misty Knight has the opposite problem. She can't really, like, she dies to a ping, right?
Yes, true.
Which is a little scary. So I think she's not as good as I want her to be, but I'm very excited for her. I think she's really good. She might be top 10 material.
Yeah, I think Jessica Jones might be a little better, but like I think she's really good.
Since you think Jessica Jones,
I think there's like kind of a lot of this like going on here. Where it's like we have like
there you go
cards that are in a very unique archetype for their color.
Yeah,
and we get a bunch of them at once.
Yeah,
like yeah.
No, I think legitly the archetypes for this set look really good.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. Next we have Red Hulk. This is Hulk but red. They're 6 mana for a 6/7. They have Reach, they have Trample, and they have Enrage. Whenever Red Hulk is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him. When you do, he deals damage equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on him to any other target.
I like the thing your target. That's really sweet.
This card is kind of absurd. Remember the other day we were talking about, hey, do you think that this like just a 7/4 Trampler for 5 mana is worth it? And we agreed, no, that's not exciting. This is 1 more mana for a 6/7 Reach Trampler and an ability.
Oh, here's the funny number. The number which is funny, apparently.
I don't know about that, but I do know. I mean, this just, like, it pings harder and harder every time it gets pinged.
That's, wait, yeah, it's equal. Oh, is he? Oh, if I'm really like equal to the power, like, oh wait, that would be nuts, actually. But I think it's still really sweet. Like, it's not just cards put on by disability, also, which is really cool, and also it's not once per turn.
Yeah.
Like.
No, this looks really good. I was trying to come up with a weird way of like cloning Red Hulk with like not like you're a mono red, you can't do that. You're a Pauper, you can't do that. Outside of this, I've just been looking at this card previously and being like. If I cloned this, could they punch each other repeatedly? And, like, no, but they could do a lot and then start redirecting elsewhere afterwards, which would be pretty funny.
That'd be funny. Hey, Darth?
Yes.
What's that card? I think there's, like, one of those cards where you don't think of it as a con, but it got, like, a con printing at one point. It's an enchantment that's 1 mana, deal 1 damage to everything.
I think you're right. Crazy Cow. Did you mean Crazy Cow?
No, I did not mean Crazy Cow. I'm not gonna roll joke.
That's not it.
Can you look for like? Yeah. I guess it's like.
Doing damage to creature defending player controls. Lava Storm deals 2 damage to each attacking creature or 2 damage to each blocking creature. That's not really helpful.
Can you like search like the word damage and the phrase each creature?
Sure. We can go for that if you like. That's a lot of things. Give me a second. That was not exactly what you said. Just damage and then each creature.
Yeah. Or it might be like all creatures. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, this is something. We can start here. Let's see. Deal no damage to each creature blocking it. This is a sorcery.
Is there an O tag for like
creature.
reveal damage?
Each creature your opponents control. Pardon?
Yeah, I guess maybe like for add permanent to the mix because it's like
You want a permanent? Yeah, we
like,
permanent.
Yeah, I'm looking for like things that can do multiple like damage to a creature multiple times in the.
I mean, me too, but I don't think I'm gonna find it. Sacrifice this. That's a sorcery.
Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, I think that's like a common if anything.
1 damage to each creature defending player controls. Karkland Shaman. Karkland Shaman's really good card.
Actually, that could kind of do
this card's
stuff.
absurd. If you haven't seen this card, it's very, very good. That said,
yeah, I mean, it's like
it does hit itself. So you have to like sack a bunch of stuff all at once, like responding to yourself, and then you go and burn the board.
I mean, that will kill people.
Yes, it's a very good card. If you are not aware of Karkland Shaman, play Pauper. It gets play. Murder Mashes. No. You want individual instances of damage to some rage.
I mean, I think this is good enough, right? Because you don't have to discard this card. Oh, sacrifice, never mind.
Oh, then sacrifice it, yeah. And that's not relevant either.
And it's kind of thing. Is there some way to just like pay some amount of mana, deal damage to itself repeatedly, and You don't need to go infinite with it. You just need to like trigger a bunch in like a turn. Yeah, maybe look for like activate abilities, like cards with activate abilities.
I think there. I guess you could do like an individual ping activated ability if you want to do that. That might be worth it.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we could try that. I think they were maybe overthinking it. Like, as much as we're having trouble finding them, there's stuff to do with this. Like, I don't need to convince myself that this card's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you don't need to do all like 2 cards. Yeah, like
Oracle like that. Oracle.
Also, just getting combat and just making some block it or like let you ping stuff is like. Can you scroll up? Oh, it's a tap. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, you want me to remove tap?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
22 sacrifice 3 mana. Sacrifice 1 mana. Enchanted creature deals 1 damage to target creature with flying. Has to be with flying.
Dang it.
Sacrifice this. Power up 5.
That's so close.
Sacrifice this guy. Sacrifice this guy. Boast only once per turn. Sacrifice. Karkland Shaman again. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature. This is kind of the same card, actually, right?
Well, this is an enchantment that can do it multiple times. That's different, yeah.
Yes. And it also, it's a single target as opposed to each creature. But that's okay. We don't need each creature. Mock Fanatic. Sacrifice. 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 This is not sacrifice. This is just 3 damage. You get 3 mana, I mean. Anyway, I don't know. I'm belaboring the point because, like, I think it's good. Now,
we don't need to be doing this.
It is fair to say, is it 6 mana good? I think yes.
That's true. I think yes. I think you can get there with chargers and like
Yeah, I think the biggest struggle with this deck is, are you doing meaningful things in the turns leading up to Red Hulk coming down? Well, once they're down, I think they're very scary. They remind me a lot, weirdly enough, of there was a TMNT card, Venus, who they gained counters equal to the damage that was done to them. They had effectively an enrage trigger, but it was that much damage as counters. This is not that. This is only 1 counter, but it burns something and it dies, and it kills it.
Yeah.
It dies. Now, I would be curious. Never mind, that's not relevant. Red Hulk! I I don't know if I'm willing to put you in top 10 yet, but I'm going to put you up here with the Misty.
I think they can go there.
Jones tier.
Yeah. No, red is hitting the sets actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speed, Young Avenger. 2 mana for a 2/2 mutant hero with haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 1. When you do, target creature with haste can't be blocked this turn, except by creatures with haste. I don't care about this at all.
Yeah, this is...
It's cool that it gives you an archetype. It says haste matters, and you go, okay, what's my payoff for haste mattering? And say, you can pay us. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you don't need the 1-mana attacks, honestly. Like, yeah.
I don't.
I think about the 1-mana attacks actually we kind of
maybe it's
sweet,
good.
But yeah.
I'm bad at assessing aggro, right?
It's just like you have to have non-creature spells too, and you have to haste creatures, and you have to be able to pay 1 mana.
Yeah, you're right. It's not just like all of your haste creatures have kicker 1. This can't be blocked this turn, which would be cool actually. That'd be pretty good. Yeah,
I mean that.
Yeah. Wonder Man, Hollywood Hero. 5 mana for a 4/4 with flying. Can't you tell they're flying? They actually are, but it's like really. I had not noticed until now. I thought they were doing a little bit of a little sexy walk, like a little strut on the catwalk, but no, they're floating. Anyway, each power-up ability of permanents you control can be activated an additional time. How many power-up abilities do you think there are at mono red and common? At least one. We saw one just in that previous search.
Maybe
they
like
also
2.
have power-up of 7. Put 2+1/+1 counters on Wonder Man. Activate each power ability only once. Reduce the cost by the mana cost. So
that's funny.
You could play this as a 7-drop for a 6/6.
And then next turn you can turn into an 8/8. I mean, with flying, yeah, okay. That's actually, say out loud, it doesn't actually sound like the worst, but like also, like the thing is like the feeling is only applying to stuff that's like not worth it, like, and I don't think there's many powerful abilities that he can also apply to.
Yeah, I'll take a look just because it is proper to say rarity, common, ID.
Yeah, we can just do that quick. It's gonna be like 2 or 3.
Power up. More than I thought. There's 5.
Whoa.
So we've got Extremis Elite, a power up for 5 mana, tap, put 2 counters, and deal 1 damage to any target, such as, I don't know, Hulk, Red Hulk. Molly Hayes, Runaway, 3 mana, 3/3, power up for 6, put 2 counters on Molly Hayes, then Impulse Draw. You may play it until the end of your next turn. That's good. Quinjet Technician is not a power up card, actually. They just let you. They're ramped for power up.
I guess like they let you like do the power up on the on the turn you cast them, but
so there's only 4 power ups actually. Ultron Drone, power up for 6. Put 2 counters on this creature and create a 2/2. That's kind of cool. And then Volcanic Villain, power up for 6. Put 2 counters, no additional effect. But they have haste. That is more interesting than I expected, but I still think you could build a full deck, right?
It's not enough. I think that's like kind of also the interesting thing about like they both would have the discounts if you had if enough mana to do them in the turn you play them. In addition,
there is something fun about that. Yes, that's true, right? You get
to if you say Power Man himself, if you played him, he's like 5 mana and his thing's 7. If you played him at 9, then you could do both.
You do both in 1 turn. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this is good. Sorry.
It has an interesting line of text, but it's not a good line of text. Yeah.
It's interesting and it's cool, but mid, except for the fact that you can't do anything with it.
It's not even mid enough to be cool but mid. Yeah.
It was more interesting than I expected. I didn't expect there to be that many pieces. But you can't build a deck around 4 cards and you're 99, right? This is not a 60-card format, right? Like,
honestly, fun limited, probably, yeah.
Probably really fun and limited. This set looks kind of sweet, actually. We'll see how it plays.
A lot of the designs are sweet. It just makes me sad.
Doc Samson, Super Psychiatrist.
Oh, okay, this is sweet.
5 mana for a 3/6. If you would put one or more counters on a permanent you control, put that many plus 1 of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent instead. Tap, add X mana of any one color. X is Doc Samson's power. Have we seen this card before? Yes. Most notably, Kami of Whispered Hopes is what people mostly compare it to. This one, again, my layout's bad here, but you can see the cost here, is 3 mana, starts only as a 1/1, and otherwise is almost identical, except for it only cares about +1 counters. So if you have other kinds of counters you want to play around with, Doc Samson could be kind of cool. But also, oh wait, no, not but also. They're both green. Coming down later is maybe a big downside, but being a 3/6 body to start is kind of sweet, right? At minimum, they're just a 3 mana producing dork, right?
Yeah.
And you're in green. You spend turn 1, you play your Land of War Elves. You spend turn 2, you play your Wood Elves. Then you've got them down, right? So they're like a turn 3 play in a proper green rampy deck, right?
Yeah.
And it wants to ramp because it also ramps, and then you ramp into the bigger things. Now, sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes when people build their decks, they want to have like a cheap ramp piece in the command zone and then cool things to ramp into, and then they don't bog down their deck with ramp. But that is always the worry, right? Is that you're going to be like dork on 1, dork on 2, commander on 3. Commander is also a dork. I have nothing to cast. So, I think they look cool. I bet they're strong too, and I don't think that they're... I don't think they compete with Kami of Wizard Hopes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like some other characters that could make it useful, but yeah.
They are a side grade, but I think they might be dipping. I don't know if they are...
I think that's enough to put them in cool but good, but not all the way.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
We're going to put them down here-ish.
Yeah.
Next, Hellcat, Undying Vigilante. Green for a 2/2 with haste. That's interesting. When Hellcat dies, return her to the battlefield under her owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on her. She loses all abilities and gains haste, which is very funny, but they had to do it that way because of the way that abilities work. Like, they could have maybe said loses all abilities except for haste, but no, they just did it this way. It's fine.
It's like, how do you, how do you reset this? I'm not sure in green.
So she just gets returned, right? She doesn't get returned with a finality counter or anything. As far as I can tell. Did I misread? No.
No.
So it's just that, the first time she dies, she comes back. The second time she dies, she goes to the command zone. You do it again. You could try and protect her with, like, a blink spell or something, but I don't think green has really good access to that, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah, they don't have a good, like, I mean, maybe if, like, you could recur her, like, if you could put her into your hand, that could be pretty sweet, like, like in a graveyard, like, yeah.
I could see that being pretty cool. Is there any, like...
Yeah, it's weird because she also wants to be, like, kind of, you don't want to spend too much mana because this is, like, kind of the point of her, that she's hasty 2/2.
Right, she's this efficient one's going to swing in for 2. And that's the thing, right? I think this is one of the great examples of, this is probably pretty strong, but I'm so bored. Like, what do I do? It's just damage. It's just punching you in the face. It is an efficient creature, which would be at home in a 99, but I don't think it matters in the command.
Yeah, I can see, like a green, like, hasty deck, like mono green, like, it's like mono green stompy, but I think you can also, like, mono green aggro is, like, kind of a different thing. I think this goes, like, in the mono green aggro and could probably do pretty well there.
Oh, this one's not even, sorry, I thought this one was common. Cactuar, they remind me of Cactuar.
Yeah.
Right, 1 mana, 3/3, trample, beginning of your end step, they bounce to your hand if you didn't do them this turn. But they don't have haste.
Yeah.
So they just, like, attack every other turn. It doesn't actually do what you want it to do. This one doesn't reset. It's just going to hit you every turn, and your opponent's going to go, do I bother removing this thing that's just going to come back as a 3/3 anyway? And I think oftentimes it's just going to be a really annoying creature. But what do you do with that? What's the rest of the deck look like?
Yeah, I think you make a decent deck with it, but it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is good but bland.
Yeah.
All right, Hercules. Yep, just Hercules. That there he is. I mean,
the guy.
Thor and Loki are here too. I can't be that upset about just Hercules.
Yeah.
I mean, different mythology, but you understand. Hercules, Prince of Power, 3 mana, 3/3, demigod, warrior, hero, power up for 5. Put a counter on Hercules and he gains vigilance, indestructible haste until end of turn.
What?
Who cares? I get 1 turn of keywords and just get a single counter with this might as well just be a vanilla. This is a 5 mana 4/4 that has vigilance, indestructible, and haste for 1 turn and then becomes a vanilla.
Let's move on.
Yeah. What am I doing? Get that. Get there we go.
Yeah.
Alright, Hulkling, a burgeoning bruiser. 3 mana for a 2/3, Kree Skrull hero. Both a Kree and a Skrull? Vigilance.
No.
Whenever another creature you control enters, if it has greater power or toughness than Hulkling, put a counter on Hulkling. Hey, the other day I was telling you that there was a new card in the set that has evolved, but they didn't keyword it as evolved. Why didn't they keyword this as evolve?
Yeah, it just tells you vigilance evolves.
It's so funny. Yeah, right. Darwin had evolve because it's Darwin, whereas this one does not have evolve because evolve is not a keyword in standard, and this is a standard Lego card. I guess?
Yeah.
Anyway, is this good? 3 mana for 2/3 with vigilance? Sure. It grows when you have a creature that has bigger than it, either power or toughness entering. Yeah. Evolve is a good keyword. I like evolve, but it has diminishing returns, right?
Yeah, I think there's better evolve. I think I'd like to play.
I would be very curious to see what kind of evolve exists in the command zone. I'm just gonna use actual evolve because there's enough evolve. Darwin! Experiment 1.
Yeah, no, I never played Darwin in this guy, yeah.
I love Propagator Drone. It does not have evolve. It makes it has all your tokens evolve. It's so cool. Scurry Oak. How about Scurry Oak?
I'll play Scurry Oak, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about this. Again, it's probably strong. It's boring. And it's not strong enough. Yeah. I'll put you in the land. I want to put more cards in that section. Alright, moving on. Kazar of the Savage Lands. 5 mana for a 3/2. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands from the top of your library. And when Kazar enters, create Zabu, a 2/2 green cat creature token with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Zabu.
It's probably a partner commander without the partner. It's like
that's pretty good. I kind of overlooked this and okay, you can't blink it to make extra legendary creatures. This summons a Saz's Chocobo, right?
Yeah.
Saz's Chocobo is good. Now, would I rather just run Saz's Chocobo? That's a good question. Because that comes down on turn 1. And you could run that as your commander, Pauper Commander.
But it's this ramps you.
No, it doesn't ramp you. It doesn't ramp you.
No, sorry, you just think hit your land. No, hit your land up better. But yeah,
it draws you cards in the form of your first land each turn.
Yeah.
If it happens to line up, which it might, who knows. I think this is bad in comparison. I think the nice thing about this is that in the late game, this is a 3/2 and a 2/2 body. It comes down and does something immediately. If you play Saz's Chocobo as your commander and it dies, and in the late game you're just spending 3 mana for a 0/1, and you've already used all your landfall stuff, you can't come back in that game.
Yeah.
This is at least a decent amount of body in that scenario.
I don't think it's worse. I think this is different. I think it's you don't Saz's Chocobo is you play on 1 and then you just try to be face as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Whereas this is a general landfall deck that has this at the top end, and I think that's definitely a thing you can do.
I could see that. Yeah, it was a top end to your landfall deck. I wonder if there's enough to do in landfall if your commander's not the main payoff.
I think there is.
I don't know. We're just talking about formats that, like, honestly, you and I don't play as much as we could, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to pretend like I'm an expert on the format. We're talking about common landfall payoffs. I think that the commander being the payoff for landfall is going to be your biggest payoff for landfall. And if you can play a really cool landfall deck throughout, great. I think, honestly, what we're going to see
I
is,
think you can search for landfall. Okay.
Same thing we saw with the, I don't remember who it was anymore, but they were 5 mana, and I said, you know what, this is a turn 3 play, right? You're going to ramp on 1, you're going to ramp on 2, you're going to play it on turn 3. At that, if we imagine that's the rate, which it will be because your deck's full of landfall, that's the point of the deck. That's pretty good. I don't mind playing this on 3. Right?
Yeah.
I think if that is the metric we're using, because the deck will be supporting it, because if it's not, then we're not supporting the card either. Okay. Yeah, actually. I think this is good.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not sure if
I'm kind of excited about it. Yeah, I think it's good enough that I suppose it's cool good.
Yeah, I mean, me being excited is not the like benchmark of something being cool, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't play every archetype. You know, that's just true. I like this one quite a bit, though. I think this is actually really interesting. I'm gonna put you here. It's so arbitrary within the tier. Mr. Hyde. I didn't know this was a Marvel character. 3 mana for a 2/2 human villain. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one. Put a counter on Mr. Hyde, or remove a counter from a creature you control, and if you do, draw a card.
I'm interested in this.
This card's sick, right? It is consistently growing, no questions asked. Every turn it gets a counter. Now, is that good enough when it doesn't have trample or any other form of evasion? I don't know. Maybe it's not, but let's ignore that for now. But then you may forgo a counter to draw a card. Now, it's not as good as that because you have to remove a counter from something. So it's not just not gaining a counter, it's losing a counter or something else's.
No, I'm thinking about Sagas, actually. This is a kind of cool Saga commander.
It would need to be a creature, but you're right. It's any type of counter, which I did miss. Huh.
Well, yes, I missed the creature. Are there any, like, summons in common? I think there's, like, one, but yeah.
I think there are... Yeah, there's some fetch as well, which is a good one, to be honest. I like it.
Make a bird every turn would be cool, but yeah, it's like not your plan because it's only this one.
Yeah. I just searched for the word summon if that wasn't clear.
Yeah.
So I just got shows up. You're not gonna have other like saga creatures. Are there other just things that will do? Like, that use counters in a negative kind of, like, is there anything that's gaining counters in a bad way?
Not persist, the other one. And is it persist or is it, it's persist. Is there any green persist? There's...
Sure. I think both persist and undying, both the counter's bad, right? Because you're removing the counter.
True. What I was saying,
So we could look at both.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very green, but we'll take a look. I like that. I like coming up with interesting angles. That's the fun stuff. Airy Oofs, that's a classic. It's so expensive, these cards, though. Young Wolf, okay. Young Wolf with Undying. It ends with a counter on it. You can remove that counter, so it's only a 1/1 again. Not a 2/2, but then next time it dies, it comes back. There's something there. It's not nothing.
I don't think it would be cool if you can do a risk stuff, but I don't think you can. Okay, this one's sacrifice itself.
Yeah, Arius is classic. Arius is super hard. It's just 5 mana.
Yeah.
I do want to look at... Like, is anything like stunning itself, maybe? Probably not in common. Nope. No.
Yeah.
What else is there? There's gotta be some bad counters. I just can't think of bad counters.
Well, I think maybe -1 counters, like just in general.
Oh, sure. Why didn't I think of that? -1/-1. Good point. I should have said counter, and I didn't, but that's fine. That's actually kind of cool. A -1/-1 counter.
The vote druid actually. Well, I mean, like
only once a turn. That's fine.
Well, thing you do.
You're not going infinite. You're not. But like, I'd rather you not go infinite. I think because there's so many ways of going infinite with druid. Just like if that's your plan, you have other ways of doing that.
I also like I made those good stuff with them before you go infinite. So yeah, fair enough.
That's not a counter thing. Yeah, -1/-1 counters are an interesting idea. I don't know if there's enough or not, but it is interesting. Well, I think there's enough to do here. I am interested. I don't know if it's strong enough. I don't know if it's cool enough, but I think it does.
There might be a cool in mid. I think there might be a cool in mid.
There might be cool in mid. I don't know. Growing every turn is good. Growing every turn is is good.
Yeah, it's kind of like flexible. It can have two plans.
I like it. I'm gonna put it over here with Samson. All right, moving on. Reptile Dinomorpher. This is a 1-mana 1/2. They have Brontosaurus. 3 mana until end of turn. Reptile becomes a dinosaur hero with base power and toughness 3/5, vigilance and reach. Or Tyrannosaurus Rex. For 6 mana until end of turn, Reptile becomes a dinosaur hero with base power toughness 6/6 and gains strength. This card sucks. It's a 1-mana 1/2, which okay, but I don't care. Do you care?
If it was like a way, if it was kind of a way to discount your stuff consistently, maybe that could be interesting. But nah.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Reptile. There you are. Put you into the bland and the mids. Let's go. Rick Jones, Destined Sidekick. I have no idea who this guy is. Looks like they're just a waiter. 1 mana for an 0/3. Human Advisor. 3 mana. Tap. Mill 4 cards. You may put a hero or enchantment card from among them into your hand.
It's a 1-mana card. I mean, that kind of sticks around, gives you value when later on.
I really like the white cards that are just spend 3 mana and tap me to look at the top 4 cards and put a creature into my hand. This is way more narrow, but I like enchantments. Now, the question is, if I'm going enchantments, let's assume I am. A, can I get a benefit out of mill? Maybe, I'm not sure. 2, is there just a better enchantment commander? And the answer is probably yeah, right? Enchantress is such a well-trod archetype that I can't imagine there isn't just a better. What if I just look literally for just Enchantress? Would I rather just literally an Enchantress? Okay, I mean, there's not a ton. This is only auras. This one is 2 colors, and it's 3 mana.
That's white.
And then there's white. And if you want to be a mono green, which, don't.
I also it's self mills.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with the self mill. There might be something, but there's less than I was expecting. And now I'm sure other cards that benefit you having an enchanter. Enchantments. I think
they're cool in mid. I think that you might be able to find a use for them, but
they might be cool in mid. You're right. They probably are cool in mid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's be honest. It's cool. Yeah. It's not amazing.
I do really like a 1-mana.
Put you over here. You're cool though. Oh, sorry, I didn't do that. I keep not. Yeah. My range of vision is a little bit higher than I'm showing. All right, moving on. It's another She-Hulk. That's number 3, I think. She-Hulk Jade Defender is a 4-mana, 4/4 Gamma hero. Reach, Trample, Power Up, 6. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Put a +1/+1 counter on She-Hulk. So, going back to what we said previously about just a big, dumb Hulk who has Trample. How good does that big dumb Hulk need to be? This is a 6-mana 5/5 with Reach, Trample, and ETB blow up an artifact or enchantment, effectively.
Yeah.
Good pop in, but then it just sits around as a 5/5 Trample. Do I care? Is this good enough? Maybe? I don't know. And that's assuming you do the 6-mana version. Otherwise, they're a 4-mana 4/4 with Trample and Reach. And then on a second turn, you can spend 6 mana for a single counter and to blow something up. It's good because you might not want to blow something up the turn it enters. so it probably is going to be done in that mode more often, which means you're really missing out on the discount a lot of the time. But yeah, let's assume that you spend 6 mana. Thoughts?
Yeah. I'm not excited.
I'm not excited either. I wouldn't be surprised if it's really good.
I don't think it's good, but
I think you're right. I think it's bad.
Wow, this full is nothing.
I don't know. How good does a trampler need to be? How efficient? How big?
I mean,
if that's all they're doing.
I mean, this is like Colossal Dreadnought, I guess, kind of.
I guess we'll find out. The Thing, Ben Grimm, 6 mana, 7/7 trample. Whenever one or more heroes you control deal damage to a player, put 2+1/+1 counters on the Thing. This is our last Fantastic Four cycle, and kind of interesting. It's one or more heroes you control, not other heroes. So when this hits face, it grows, period. If that's all this said, would it be good? Actually, maybe. Like, 6 mana is a lot, but we're in green, we can ramp. We have a 7/7 trampler that's going to be able to reliably get damage through as long as it doesn't die. So run some protection.
And it grows? But, yeah.
Pardon? Yeah, and it grows by 2 counters. If there's any just big dumb trampler commander, I think this is it. And why? Because it grows.
I'll call the Thing dumb. He's good enough.
Yeah, he's not dumb. You're right.
Yeah. I think this is like, if I'm gonna do this kind of thing, this is what I want to do it with. So
I think it's the one. And if we need something to represent that archetype, that might be the guy to do it.
Yeah. I think they're
when I do a top 10 list, sometimes I will be prioritizing like showcasing different colors and archetypes and stuff, and like, I might be like, these 3 cards are all very good up here, and I'll show you 1 and have 2 be honorable mentions or something, right? Do you think this is top 10 material? Just a big trampler? Which of these 2 would you rather? They're different colors, but if you have...
I'd rather Red Hulk, but...
Yeah, me too. Moving on! Tigra. Feline Fury. 2 mana for a 2/1, has flash, has trample, and they're in a Johnny's Pride mate. Whenever you gain life, put a counter on Tigra.
That's flashy and mono green, which is pretty unique, actually. I think I'm actually kind of into...
This card's really cool, actually.
Yeah, I think they're cool and good. I think that they're simple, like they're not like crazy, but I'm into it.
The question is, are they good as a Pauper Commander?
I mean,
how often can we trigger this? I did not put green in my...
Yeah, that's the main thing, the green, yeah.
Like, we're not running... We got an Essence Warden.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Jetty Offshoot. That's pretty good. Okay, you know what? Landfall and things that give you life when landfalls, that could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, it's still just someone who hits you in the face really hard, which is not my favorite thing, but it's someone's, and that's the cards are for them too.
It's T-Pan tramples and grows. I think that's like kind of enough.
I think it's good. I wasn't sure how
much I think the line that gives you life.
Payoff there was gonna be. Oh, remember these? I remember these being a, well, I was gonna say a pest. In Secret of Strixhaven Limited. They were way more annoying than I thought they were going to be. Alliance gain a life? Yeah. There's way more of these than I thought, actually.
Or I mean, I think there's even like like artifacts that just like gain life every turn. Like
there might be something that just like tap to do it, but like
also stuff anything that's lifelink, like it's like
lifelink. Is there lifelink in green?
There is.
You say this so confidently.
Because I'm correct. Wait, are you looking at artifacts? It's like,
no, I'm looking at cards that have lifelink on them.
Seriously? I mean, I'm silly. I'm so
It's
silly.
not a green effect. It's
All right,
black and white.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fun to just say things confidently.
It's so fun to say things confidently, and I have to keep you on task. Okay, Tigra. She's good and cool.
Yeah. Also, the flash fire rate is neat. Like, just like being able to play her on your opponent's end step on turn 2, like that by itself is neat.
Yeah, because she's a 2/1. You need to have time to be able to say, I flash her in, then next turn I immediately gain life. She goes up to being a 3/2 and starts attacking. Like, whew, not bad.
Yeah. So she doesn't have to hang around the board as a 1/1, which is nice. Yeah.
Let's talk about something that is bad. White Tiger, Ava Ayala. 2 mana for a 2/2 with power up 6. Put a +1/+1 counter on White Tiger and make a 4/4. Oh, actually it has ability, sorry. The Tiger God can't be blocked by more than one creature. Okay, that might not be terrible.
It's
a 6 mana 3/3. We love a 6 mana 3/3. It makes 4/4. So it's 6 mana for 7/7 worth of stats. And 4 of those stats can't be blocked by more than one creature. So
that's like you can do so much better. I feel like in green, like
it's interesting. It's like if you can't muster 4 power, you have to either chump block this, or it gets through, right? Or not block it at all. I could see something. The thing is, it's a legendary token. Like you can't really do much with it, right? Like, all the cool things that you could do with a token aren't here. There's not like, at the beginning of each combat, make a hasty token, and then you could sacrifice and do that. I don't think you could do much with that in mono green anyway, but like, you could fight with it or something and then bring it back every turn. Nope, it's power up. You get 1 shot at this. Unless you want to blink her and then repay the difference of 4. Like, it's too much.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta actually put her on the list though, don't I? I don't like her. She's going down here.
Yeah.
Now we're into our hybrids. Abomination, Terrifying Titan. Hey, another big trampler. 4 mana for a 4/4 trampler. You can power up for 7 to put a single +1/+1 counter on them and have them fight a creature.
Before, I'm not interested.
I so don't care. I get it. Removal in the command zone's good. But it's 7 mana for a 5/5. I mean, that's the interesting question. If it's at 7 mana for a 5/5 that ETB fights, is that good? And the answer is, those cards tend to get played, but I don't think you'd want one as your commander, right?
Yeah.
What's that one called? Yeah. The, like, over-eager guy, very friendly man.
Friendly man?
Affectionate Indrik. This is the one I'm thinking of. This is a 6 mana 4/4, doesn't have trample, ETB fights. I wouldn't run this, but it's very comparable, right?
Yes, okay, yeah.
Yep.
It's like, there's on the cards I play a commander for, yeah.
Yeah. Did I put in those already? I did. Blend and mid. Okay, next. Ant-Man Colony Commander. Another Ant-Man. 3 mana for a 2/2. Whenever Ant-Man attacks, you may pay 1. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, create a 1/1 insect. This ability triggers only once each turn.
I think this is pulling good.
This is pretty good. I do like something that consistently grows. You have to pay 1 mana, but 1 mana is not too much. And when you do, you get a bug. So you're not
most of it's target feature, so you don't have to grow this. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yep, you can spread the buff around. I always highlight that as being like a benefit when it is present. It's I've talked about that a lot in my full breakdown videos. And the second mode is just whenever you put a counter on a creature.
Yeah.
So if you don't
whenever you go big, you go wide.
If you have some other +1/+1 counter synergy effect you want to do, and you'd rather do that than pay the 1 on Ant-Man, great, you get your guy. It's only once per turn, but that's each turn. So if you can put a counter on each opponent's turn, that's actually a pretty big go wide strategy there. I think this card is very good, maybe top 10 material. Now I will say, going into our hybrids, there's a good chance this is where all the top 10s are, because just like the hybrids tend to be better. and they have the benefit of being in hybrid, which is a big deal for the sake of, deck construction.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
All right, Beast.
Oh, I like Beast.
Erudite. Aerialist. 4 mana for a 3/3. As long as you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on Beast this turn, he has flying. Whenever Beast deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I don't care. This might be good, but it's boring.
I think if you want like a thing that does draw card combat damage, you can do better. Like you probably don't want the 1/4 anyway. Like
it's an interesting question. Maybe you can't, right? Maybe you can't. Well, this doesn't buff themselves. It's just if you did put a counter on them, they gain flying. Yeah, there's got to be a better thing than this. Maybe I should do my research, and I will when I do my full video. But for now, no. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is good and bland, or cool and mid, or do you think it's just
bland and mid? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Beast. Black Panther Vanguard. 4 mana for a 4/4. Green and white, so we got 2 colors, and whenever another non-token hero you control enters, choose 1. Create a 1/1 soldier. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. I wouldn't be surprised if this is good. We saw that there was actually a lot more heroes than I expected in mono white, and we have an extra color. So even if we only had the white ones, that's still probably enough. The question is a 1/1 every turn worth it? Now, it can be more than once per turn, but you're going to run out of heroes, so it's probably going to average to being 1 a turn, right?
Yeah. I guess you can play stuff, because, it's on token after all, but yeah.
True. I don't know. I think this one's good and cool. I'd have to look at the numbers more. I wouldn't be surprised if this just doesn't compete with existing options.
Yeah, I'm down to playing good and cool.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I really should make sure I review Ant-Man for the same thing. I did maybe preemptively put them in top 10 material, but I think that they are very likely top 10 material, but I didn't check, right? I didn't check to see what already exists, and that's always the most important thing.
Yeah.
Black Widow, double agent. 3 mana for a 3/2. They have Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains First Strike and Menace. So again, another payoff for going attack alone. That is the signpost for black and white here. Yat-ha. And I don't care.
I don't care. I don't know. Menace is neat.
I feel like it doesn't scale, it just kind of like is a thing, and it's not super impactful. I'm sure it's going to win games, but I don't think I want it as my commander.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's either good, but bland or bland and mid. Yeah, but definitely bland.
I don't think it's good enough.
Yeah.
Bullseye, Death Dealer. I don't think this is good enough either. 3 mana for a 2/3. When Bullseye enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. When you do, deal 2 damage to any target. You can then spend 3 and tap and sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. Deal 2 damage to any target. So, I like the idea of it's a 3 mana guy with an ETB that then has an activated ability to repeat their ETB. We see that surprisingly rare. Like, I'm surprised that's not just a normal, like, evergreen mechanic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very odd to me. But I don't care about this. I will definitely lose to someone who is playing, like, my commander and control the board.
I have...
But...
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
It may be. It's like, I guess like as a discard, it's kind of bad. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that it's like it's any target, like how you can.
Yeah.
You can put where you want it. Like,
this is going to clean up boards, and I'm going to be sad, and I'm still not excited about it. But like, it's probably good.
I think if you think it's good, I think it's also cool. So I think maybe put in cool. I know it's like kind of
okay. We've been doing that all night, honestly.
Yeah.
Is like, I'll think it's strong but boring, and you'll think it's good but bad. cool, but
Yeah.
so I couldn't use the words like I did use good, didn't I? Whatever. I'll say whoop. I'm gonna put you down here. Bam.
Yeah.
Control is really hard to, you know what I mean? Like removal in the command zone repeatedly, I find very hard to assess. I've seen very strong decks with, I think it's like Aranis, is that their name? They're one of the Forgotten Realms ones with backgrounds, and they just have Death Touch. That's all they got. They have another ability, but it's not important for this like discussion. One of the backgrounds is your commander has sacrifice an artifact, ping any target. And turns out, yes, backgrounds give their ability to the commander. So they just could sacrifice an artifact to Death Touchingly ping any target. It was very oppressive, not very interesting for me, but strong. And this is not as good as that. You can give them Death Touch if you want, but it'd be really hard in its colors, I think. It's Captain America! 3 mana for a 3/4. Human Soldier Hero Vigilance. Whenever a creature you control becomes tapped during your turn, if it's the first time that creature has become tapped this turn, untap it. This is good.
I think this is also cool.
I don't know if it is... So this card's good. This card's very good. It's good in a lot of different ways. This is an effect we've seen very rarely, but we have seen before. I don't remember their name right now. I'm going to look for Dion. There it is. Dionys. This is a 4 mana 3/3. It only applies to elves. But it also gives them a counter. And it's in green. So you could turn all your mana dorks and double tap them. It's kind of absurd. This is a really this guy is a problem. So the question becomes, what do you do in blue-white? And probably lots of stuff, right? You have like a blue tap ability. You've got like just your white soldiers swinging. It's kind of like your entire team has vigilance, but more interesting, right? If this just said all your creatures have vigilance, I would be into this because I like that kind of thing, right? I go birds, I swing in, they all untap. Yay! I would be okay with it just for that. And this is obviously better, right?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So, is it top 10 material?
I think so, yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, just in as much that I think it's very good. I think it's cool. It doesn't add a ton of value necessarily. It just like bolsters what your 99's already doing. And some of these are really adding value down here. Now, to be fair, some of these should probably be top 10 material. So, can't argue with that. Hey, I do like having 2 colors, though. Ghost, Spectral Saboteur. 3 mana for a 2/2 with flash and can't be blocked. This will kill somebody, but it's not exciting. You know?
I don't care. I also don't know if it's good. Like, I think you would rather have like a 1 mana 1/1 that does the same thing.
Well, the thing is, in Spider-Man, we got Wraith. 3 mana, blue and white, not black, but white. Double strike, can't be blocked.
Yeah.
This is a scary Voltron commander. Everyone knows. And is flash and access to black mana worth not having, and starting at 2 instead of 1, worth not having double strike?
I don't think so.
I can't imagine it is. This will kill people, but like
Wraith will kill better. This is Wraith at home, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a card that might be the best at what it's doing in its colors, and I think that you should run it if that's what you want to do. Like, 0% of my saying that this is a... I don't know if there's a strictly better option than this.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I guess like maybe like there's more like Saboteur stuff. Yeah, I think go with Blind Fair. Yeah, because there might be like more Saboteur stuff that makes it like worth being in black. Yeah.
It's Hulk again. Hulk Gamma Goliath. 5 mana for a 6/5 reach trample. Power up abilities of other creatures. Cost 3 less to activate. Then it has power up for 8. Put 5 counters. Maybe this is the trampler of the set that should be in the command zone. 5 mana,
yeah.
6/5 trample, already pretty good, but doesn't really do anything else. Do we have power abilities? Yes, we do. We already saw that there's more than you would expect in red. It was not many, it was 4, but it was still more than you expected. And we have access to green now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a good 10 power-up abilities in the 99. I'll take a look. Is that enough? Probably not, but it's a decent chunk.
Yeah.
I did not look for my colors. We have 7, and that's including things that might not have a power ability, but just do a thing, right? But I'd probably happily run all of these.
Yeah. I think I'll leave it to you. I feel like you're mostly running as like a big guy, and I think like a big guy of keywords isn't like that exciting.
It's not that exciting,
or
but
good, really.
It's an 8 mana 11/10 with trample. Is that good?
And
it's probably not top 10 worthy. As I always say, you gotta have support if you're gonna have a set mechanic like that. And that's just really hard to do.
Yeah.
How do we compare them to Hulk? I mean, Thing. This is, I think, is their competition.
I'm more into. I don't think you really care much about the red. I think like
this is continues to scale as it gets damaged through.
Yeah. The fact you like started earlier is important, and like it's like like 2 mana, like
Yeah. Well, if it's not here, is it somewhere in good and cool, or do you think it's actually just kind of good and gonna hit you in the face?
Yeah. I think maybe
Well, I mean, that's the question. Is like, is it even good? Right? Like,
I think
it's stronger, then it's not good, right?
I think you have a better sense of that. I don't think it sounds good.
I'm trying to like accommodate for not having a good sense of it by like giving the benefit of the doubt.
I don't think so.
Someone wants a big dumb smashy, and
there's so many big dumb smashy. But there's so many big dumb smashy. I don't think that's like the one.
It does have red, which is nice. I don't know what you do with that, but it is an extra color, and the colors are powerful.
Yeah.
I'll move on.
I'm doubtful.
It's Iron Man! 4 mana for a 1/4, has flying, has vigilance, and it gets +1/+0 for each other artifact you control. Whenever Iron Man attacks, if an artifact enters the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. So drawing a card once a turn if you jump through a hoop. Pretty good. And its stats are on a scale as you get artifacts, but only its power. Has flying, has vigilance.
I think this feels like a bland, but good.
I think this is bland but good. Now, Artifacts Matter is a well-drawn archetype, but your payoff for it is I'm stronger now, which is good, but it's like not interesting.
Flying vigilance, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's actually probably very good. I think it is probably top 10 material good, but I don't care. That's the truth. I bet it's actually very good. Artifacts are such a strong archetype, and like it has flying and vigilance. It's gonna draw you a card every turn, unless you're doing something wrong, right? Like it's a very good card.
Yeah.
Kang, Temporal Tyrant. 4 mana for a 3 and 4 black and blue. You're a human? What the heck? Whenever Kang attacks, he connives. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. So we're back to the draw your second card archetype, right? Signpost uncommons.
Yeah.
And conniving will make sure that happens. So whenever he attacks, you draw a card, you discard a card. If you discard a non-land, you put a counter on Kang. And either way, you drain your opponents. Right?
This is the most exciting connive trigger.
It's a lot of stuff, and it is a repeatable connive, but it's not exciting.
Yeah, I feel like maybe good and bland.
I think it's good and bland. Interesting as we're like so interesting. Like the Monocos have been much more universally interesting, I think, so far.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, maybe they just can do weird things. Maybe it's just because we're like, well, that's so rare in mono red. Killmonger, Scourge of Wakanda, 4 mana for a 3/4 black and black and green human mercenary villain. When Killmonger enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. Hey, would you like a murder in the command zone? This is better than that if you don't mind sacrificing another creature. As any non-land permanent. As long as there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard, Killmonger gets +2/+1. So, the repeated question of the night is back.
Yeah.
If we ignore their ETB, this is boring, right? They're 4 mana, 5/4. Who cares? But
I think like murder. I think the main thing about murder in the command zone is that it's a mono black, and I don't know if you want to be playing mono black control. Really? Maybe I don't think green adds to the control part of it.
Okay, sure. It's just, yeah, one time I get to kill one thing from the command zone. I don't care. Yeah. I think a board wipe in the command zone is probably kind of cracked, right? Like reset the board on your terms one time in the game.
That's like Shadow Lara. That's like yeah.
But this is not. Now, if you're blinking it or something, maybe, right? If you've got some feign death effect, maybe there's something going on. It would be kind of nuts if it could hit itself, because then you say ETB. I'm going to feign death it, and then it's going to sacrifice itself, and then it's going to come back, and then it's going to do it again. Like that could be kind of nuts.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the verge for it's like getting out of the plan of mid, but I think it's like it's fine mid. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, could be wrong there. I think like maybe you can make a cool feign death deck actually, but yeah.
Maybe. Madam Hydra. I like this one. Sorry, I saw this one before. I like it. 4 mana, 2/3. Whenever you cast a villain spell, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. There's been a bunch of these cards that make these little tokens throughout the night. Is this my favorite one? I'm not sure. It has 2 colors, which is nice. So it gives you more access to villains. Actually, I don't know how many red villains are, but there's a non-zero number of red villains. So you have more options. It's cool because it pushes you in a different direction than the blue-black villains. Like, there's a blue-black villains commander already. This is a black-red villains commander. Cool. I love tokens. It is casting creatures to get more creatures. You're not, like, splitting your cards between 2 different types or anything. I like it a lot. You got to give me something, B. Did you TC? What's going on?
Do you have enough villains is what I'm thinking, sorry.
I mean, okay, how many villains do you think that you need? And sure, not every villain is going to be good enough. You might want to not have to run all of them. But just like for brief assessment, how many in your 99 cards need to be villains to be able to sort of consistently be activating this, do you think?
Like Mace Birdie, yeah, no. Yeah.
Birdie, common, ID, black, red, type, villain. This is not including changelings. There are 30. So you'd have to run every single one, unless you also include changelings.
Okay, yeah, that does actually change things. Yeah, I kind of didn't think like, yeah, the combined really does it, I guess. Yeah,
we've already we're looking at black, and I think there was enough. That's the thing. And this red has less than black. It's mostly black villains. There's only a few red villains in here.
I guess that makes sense.
But yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see you, man. I think I'm down. I'm pulled.
I think it's so cool. I'd have to reassess all the other token creators. Like, would I rather play, I don't know, what's his name? Arnim Zola, and just spend 3 to make one every turn? No, I'd rather spend 3 on a spell and make one. Now, to be fair, I didn't have to spend a spell from hand when I used Kang. That's kind of like 3 mana, draw a card, make a 2/1, right? I didn't have to pay a card from hand. It's not really like that. It's similar, but it's not the same. I like this a lot. Is it top 10 material? I don't know. I really need to be able to, like, properly assess things side by side. And I guess the thing is, like, top 10 material does not need to be literally my top 10 list, right?
Yeah.
It's just top 10 material, and it is...
I'm okay for being there, actually,
I've considered this card since I first saw it, so maybe I'm just a little biased in my, like, ooh, that one looks really cool to me. These ones look so interesting and weird and cool, and, like, this is just so clear raw power to me.
Yeah.
They're 2-1s with menace. These aren't just baby tokens.
Yeah, no, that's true.
These will kill
you have to tell me I'm down.
All right. Speedball, new warrior, 3 mana, 2/2. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets Speedball, he gets +2/+2 until end of turn. You may choose new targets for that spell. I've seen a lot of people talk about this.
That's when any player. So it's like
yeah,
I've like hexproof, really.
I have seen a lot of people talk about this card and how just absurd, broken, good, awesome, whatever. Maybe not broken, but like strong this is. And I see it, right? They've got Turbo Prowess, but it's any spell as long as it targets this guy, right? And your opponents can't target them unless they're willing for you to choose the targets of that spell, right?
Yeah.
Effectively.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you have anything that says... So I think in 4-player, probably this card's actually pretty strong. Because there's always going to be another thing to target. But there needs to be another valid target for it to be able to redirect, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you say, I'm going to murder your Speedball, and there's no other creatures, Speedball dies. You can't choose something else. If someone says...
Or if they're all yours, but yeah.
Pardon?
Or if they're all yours, it's also kind of...
Or if they're all yours, you have to kill one of your own creatures. Now, in 4 players, probably there's something else to die. So that's still pretty good. And it's not like you're ever going to actually ricochet something off them. Your opponents just aren't going to target them unless there's no other targets. Now, other ways of killing this? Yeah, of course there are, right? You've got, like, edict effects, you've got board wipes, etc. But it's going to be sticky. It's going to be hard to deal with this little Voltron threat. And the question is a prowess creature, again, you have to be targeting them to get the prowess, but like, let's just go with that for now. Is a prowess creature with no evasion good enough?
I kind of feel like because like I think like because you can like get them trample, you go flying,
if you want to, you can run your artifact, your equipment suite. You don't really care to that much because that's not like a spell that targets them, but like whatever, not everything needs to be a spell that targets them. And that can help you get flying, that can help you get trample. But you can also just cast a spell that gives them unblockable that turn while giving them +2/+2. You can just murder your... Not murder because you're not in black, but like burn your opponent's only blocker and then swing it at them, right? You can... Because again, targets... Oh, it needs to target Speedball.
You shock Speedball, and then actually shock someone else.
And then you redirect to someone else. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I knew there was a way to do it. I completely forgot. You can, like you said, just has Monster's Rage on this guy, right? Yeah. Sweet, right? Like, this guy's probably a real threat. I don't know how good in general aggro is, period, in a big 4-player format with 30 life.
Yeah, actually, I wonder, like, outside this point, is there anything, like, whenever a creature you control becomes targeted with a spell, because it actually can go hard?
Maybe. Like, becomes the target, because this would be you target something and then you're choosing new targets for it. You're not casting a spell that targets, you are reselecting. So, like, it depends on the wording of the thing you're talking about.
Well, it's not just like a new targeting has happened.
Sometimes you see it becomes a target. Let's look at that. Oracle becomes a target. What? Nope. Okay, there must be a different wording for it that I just can't think of right now. I'm not going to worry about it for right now. I'm going to have to figure out where to tier this guy.
I think they might be cool and good.
They're probably cool and good. I don't think they're top 10 material. But maybe they are. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, if they have like some unique interactions that you can do, which there might be. I think you should check. And if they are any unique characters, they move up. Yeah.
I think so. They're definitely in the top end of good and cool, which are the ones that are legitimately. I'm being stingy with top 10 material. These are all top 10 material. Like, in that I don't know if they're top 10 yet or not, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, it's another Spider-Man.
So I mean, that should be definite top 10 material, yeah.
Yeah. Spider-Man to the rescue. 3 mana, 3/2. This one's green-white for some reason. Legendary creature, Spider-Human hero, Flash, Vigilance, Reach. When Spider-Man enters, you may tap him. When you do, another target non-attacking creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. I think that's really cute that they only protect someone who's, like, not attacking. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
However... Okay. I don't want this as my commander. I want this in the 99, you know?
Yeah, I can't go to 99, so yeah, who cares?
This is just... Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, I don't think I did put that on screen. Yeah, good. Spider-Woman, Secret Agent. 4 mana for a 1/4 with Flash. Spider-Woman enters. Tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature can't become untapped for as long as you control Spider-Woman. How do you feel about Murder in the Command Zone?
I mean, in white blue, kind of more. I think she might be cool at bland. Yeah.
Okay.
Or not good at bland. Yeah, good at bland.
I could see it. I'm okay with good at bland. Next, we're getting really close to the end here. Thor Odinson. 5 mana for a 4/4 with Flying, Vigilance, Prowess, and Prowess.
Huh.
Now, we were just talking about Prowess and Prowess. I was using a shorthand for getting +2/+2. And, yeah, when you cast a non-creature spell, this gets +1/+1 twice. I didn't know it was worded that way.
And he's Flying and Vigilance, and he's in better colors for it, but he's also
5
mana.
And doesn't have the protection aspect.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not comparing them directly to Speedball. It's very different colors. It changes, very different, one different color, but still, it changes the game.
Yeah, also they do trigger on different things, yeah.
They trigger different things, right? You have to actually target them, which lets you do other stuff like enchantments even for Speedball, which is cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is... I've seen people be very excited for this. I bet it's very good. I find it really boring.
I think they are very good, but they're also bland. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're like so chunky. I kind of think they might also be cool.
They might be. I mean, they are a 4/4 who has Flying and Vigilance, which is cool. And the Prowess, I always underestimate Prowess, but it's not like it's sticking around. This isn't the thing who's getting 2 counters every turn. This is a temporary bonus. If you can continuously refill your hand, then great, but you're not in blue.
Yeah, I think they're good but bland, but I think they're maybe on the verge of being good and cool.
How well are you cantripping in red-white?
I mean, kind of a bit, actually. Like your impulse drawing, but yeah.
Maybe. I could see Impulse Draw could be a pretty good support for them. I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a good but bland for me. Do you have any alternative?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I could see him actually moving up to good and cool, but I can tell you.
Okay. It's a coolness factor thing. And some people go, "Oh, Prowess, that's so cool." I'm just not.
I mean, I kind of do too, honestly. It's just like I feel like I'm gonna like have them like just die.
If you tell me that the payoff for doing the thing is I punch you really hard, I fall asleep. I don't care.
I mean, I think it's punch you really, really hard, but also it's like. I think that like it makes a difference.
Flying Vigilance, Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, they punch you really, really hard. 1 really for each Prowess. Titania, a Rugged Rumbler, 3 mana for a 5/5. But as an additional cost to cast a spell, you either discard a card or pay 2. They have Ward, discard a card or pay 2. This is a beater. This is a very cheap beater. And how scary is a creature that can come down on turn 3 and start hitting you for 5? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
I'm not excited either. But it is it's probably really good. I just don't care.
I don't know if it's even that good in terms of like cards that have a downside that you can that are big and but cheap.
Yeah, I don't know how big something needs to be for that to be worth it. I'm just like, the reason I say I bet she's strong is because I know I'm bad at assessing that kind of thing.
Right? Yeah, Ward makes something.
This is a card that is going to kill me in Standard. I'm going to be like, dang, I hate that card, so boring. Really?
Yeah, or in like Asian table Standard, but yeah, but
what do you mean?
I think honestly the Ward puts in good of a land. I think the Ward actually kind of puts it over the edge of being good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. I think it is good.
Yeah.
U.S. Agent John Walker, 4 mana, black and white, for a 3/2. When U.S. Agent enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Sturdy Shield. It has equipped creature gets +1/+2, and equipped 2. It automatically attaches to U.S. Agent.
It's a 4/4, but also when it dies, you have a new equipment to pass around.
So yeah, 4/4. This is.
I guess it's being a 9/9 if that's possible, but but nah.
Yeah, this is nothing. As far as I'm concerned, this is nothing.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately surprised. I was expecting to just be like hit after hit in these multicolors, but I really like the monocolors better this set, which is cool. War Machine, Legacy of Iron. 3 mana, 1/3, flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +X/+O, where X is War Machine's power.
This is kind of an interesting Voltron, actually.
It is kind of
Voltron's a friend.
It is a 1/3 with flying that wants you to buff them. You've got to find your own way to buff them, but they want you to buff them. Cool. I like that they have flying. The thing that makes me go, how good is that, is when I think about, I think her name's Kala, is that right? This is 4 mana, that's more expensive. Doesn't have flying, but they're in a Johnny's Pride mate.
Yeah.
And whenever they attack, they buff all of your attacking creatures. Now, not equal to their power, it's equal to the number of counters on them. Oh, this card kills people. This card kills people right here. But it's 4 mana.
That's true. Also, it's like one of this color. Like, red is important here.
That is the thing. Like, how much you... Yeah. That's the assessment, right? It's not about, like... I'm not saying this card's better, this card's worse. What I'm saying is, if you're running War Machine, you have to be able to take advantage of the flying, take advantage of being 1 mana cheaper, and take advantage of being in red. And be okay with only buffing one other creature when you do. I don't know.
It's also an artifact. That's also maybe.
Might matter. Probably not. Might matter. If anything, liability. You can abrade this guy.
Yeah. I mean, you should abrade him anyway, but...
Well, you're gonna buff though, remember? Remember the game plan we just talked about?
I forgot, I'm sorry.
I think this is good. I think that it is probably cool. I think it's not as good as alternatives and does not make top 10 material. I think that's really like the correct usage of good and cool.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Next, the last two. Our only vehicle in the main set. Shield Helicarrier. 4 cost for a 4/5 flying. When it enters, create 2 1/1 soldiers. It crews for 6, though.
Nah.
It's bad. The consensus is it's bad, and I agree with them.
I'm also with the consensus. I am the consensus.
I want to see more vehicles that have high crew costs, because I think that's cool. We talked the other day about how there's this like really fun new pilot that wants you to be running these big high cost crew things, and there's just not much that is hard to crew to make it worthwhile having that bonus. And is this worthwhile having that bonus? No. It's not like whenever it attacks. If this was enters or attacks, this card would be sweet. It's just
way
not.
Different, yeah. Archelion in Pauper Commander, that'd be great.
It was so cool. So, bad. The assessment, bad.
All right, well,
However,
one more.
Viv Vision, Teen Synthezoid. They're a robot hero. They're 3-cost, colorless, 2/2, flying. When Viv Vision attacks, draw a card if her power is 4 or greater. Power up for 7. Put a +1/+1 counter. Sorry, 2 +1/+1 counters on Viv Vision. So, you're in colorless.
Well,
that's bad. You have flying. That's good. She doesn't do anything unless you power her up or find another way to buff her power. That's bad. She can power herself up for 7. That's still kind of bad. That's really expensive. But she draws you a card when she attacks. Now, how good is that?
That is so. Normally, that's good. I don't think like the downsides make up for it.
I think you're right. And really, it just makes me think, hey, you know who's probably pretty good? Iron Man. Whenever this guy attacks, they're gonna draw you a card. If an artifact entered the battlefield you control this turn, which it will have.
If it didn't, what are you doing? Yeah.
So, like, I saw Viv Vision and I went, you know what? That's kind of a cool Voltron Commander. You're going to buff her up and you're going to be able to reliably refill your hand. Play Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, maybe you don't want to be locked into using artifacts. Maybe you're like, I want to do this Voltron Commander, but I don't want to have to do artifacts. That's fair. If you're in colorless, guess what you're using to buff your Voltron Commander? You're using equipment.
Yeah.
So, Viv Vision, I'm so sorry to say, you're trash.
I'm sorry.
And that is the list. I would love to do a little quick reassessment of our top of the tiers. But honestly, I have such a hard time remembering what things do. I'm like, look at these cards, they're good.
Yeah, I mean,
which one should be top 10? I don't know.
I don't think Jessica Jones up there still, but
I like a lot of these. Like, these are actually a lot of really good hits, I think. In the Jumpstart set, I think the hits were really good, and the rest were pretty mid. These are very good across the board, I think.
Yeah, they're not in this order, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what the order here is, but I like all of these, except for the ones that you chose.
What? Aww.
No, that's not what I mean. I like all of these except for the, like, just mono red aggro ones, because I don't care.
I didn't play mono red aggro in there.
I know, you're right. You didn't. You chose this one. Mono red tap yourself. Stun yourself, I should say.
Impulse Draw for no mana is so much better than Impulse Draw for mana.
True. Impulse Draw that lasts until your next turn is even better.
No.
Anyway, that's it for today. That is the review. Do expect, or the tier list, I should say, do expect an actual review sometime. The set comes out at the end of the week, does it? No. Next week? Pre-release is the end of the week. Set release is the next week. Yeah. I'm going to try and get them done for the following, right? Not the end of this week, but the actual release date. I think I'm doing 2 lists, one for Jumpstart, one for the main set. We'll see. I'm not making any promises. I have a job. I almost said I have a dog. I don't have a dog. That's not true. Have a good night.
You have free cat amounts to a dog.
That's right. Thank you, B, for joining me. Your perspective has been invaluable. Which sounds like not valuable, but believe me, it's a good thing.
Nice.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.